why I didn't change the episode name. Stu's gonna be like, "Wow, why don't you change the episode name?" What episode is it? I don't even know. Oh yeah, I do. 1618. What are you like? This is how much me and Dick talk when Stu's not around.
Well, especially when I'm looking at school email talking about I didn't get a thing in that I was supposed to get in for a student. Such bull crap. The student asked me to write him a letter of recommendation, and I did. And then now he's telling me I didn't get it in. Hey, there he is.
Hello.
Hello.
You alright?
Yeah.
You alright? You alright?
Susan's right. I have the snots
great.
again. I have the snots.
That's because you're mixing with people. Mixing with unclean, unwashed. That's what it is.
No,
Yeah, it totally is. Yeah, it totally is. You've caught it off someone. What else is there?
No, it's my allergies. It's my allergies.
What? What? Hay fever in November?
I'm also allergic to smoke. Like, smoke will trigger my allergies.
Huh.
Sucks.
What causes smoke?
People smoking?
What else?
Bonfires, I know. I'll let you off then. I'll let you off. I thought you meant you had a snotty nose. As in a cold snot nose.
Smoke, dust, cut grass, pollen. That all kick it off.
Furry dudes. That's, yeah.
I went to not one bonfire, but two.
You're an idiot. Why did you go to two?
I don't know.
Go do your allowed typer. I thought you had a quiet keyboard. What happened to your
this.
quiet keyboard?
This is the quiet keyboard.
God, it's not that quiet.
Well, it's because I'm pounding it because I had to get that email sent.
Pounding. It's pounding the email in the keyboard.
I'm gonna ignore all the rest of these.
Thing. Yeah. Anyway, are we starting the show?
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean,
Yeah,
might as well, I guess. Whoops, that's the wrong clip. What am I doing?
Who knows?
I don't know what's going on.
You're an idiot.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Yeah, well, here we go. Come on, get down. Do the thing.
Welcome, yo, to the veteran gamers. Juju, Chinny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick.
Boring.
Story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with
Trite is in the house.
Movies aren't stupid. They fill us with romance and hatred and revenge fantasies.
Susan is in the house.
All the kids in Springfield are SOB.
Stu's in the house.
I'm in the house.
Duke's in the house.
I guess, I mean, technically.
I am in a house.
Most Def is not very good. Jay-Z is not very good.
Hello and welcome to episode 618 of the Veteran Gamers podcast and Big Hoss 89.
Yeah,
He's in the house.
618.
He's in the house.
What's up, people? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. There you go. What's happening? It's a bit weird. What's up with Duke?
I'm just trying to look at my email. There's something weird going on.
Oh, you see, you can tell when he's distracted because normally
I am
he's like,
distracted.
I'm Duke,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, he isn't.
Right. I'm Duke. Sorry.
I'm Stu.
Yeah, well, we might as well just.
Well, yeah, we
end the
fucked
show
that
now.
right up.
Why even bother doing this today? We're obviously
royally.
in 100 different directions.
No, you are.
There's so many
I'm
things
fine.
going
You
on.
are.
I'm distracted.
Chinny's got
You
the
are.
snots. I got the
Well-
emails, and Stu's got the stew.
I'm the Stu.
Yeah.
I've got the Karamak. I'm still working my way
Oh
through
my
these
god,
bloody
Karamaks
things.
are disgusting.
Well, you
You
see,
mean like stew?
I certainly do not mean stew.
here's the thing, right?
What?
Kay's sister for her birthday bought one of these stupid chocolate bouquet things.
Chocolate
I-
bouquet is not stupid. Nothing chocolate is
well,
stupid.
So stupid.
It is. It is when they buy chocolate she doesn't particularly like, which is a Karamak.
I don't know what
She was like-
Karamak is. What's
Karamak.
Karamak?
Basically, just imagine
They're
that
alright.
you solidify sick and put it in a chocolate bar.
Caramel-based confectionery. That's
It's-
caramel-based.
it's-
Nestle. Boo, Nestle.
It tastes slightly like a Milky Way bar, but not as nice.
It tastes like sick.
Yeah,
It tastes like sick.
they taste all right. So I'm working with. So she got hundreds of these bloody things. I'm slowly
Hundreds of
work.
them.
Oh, honestly, you've never seen this this chocolate bouquet thing. It must have had about 30 Karamak bars in it or something.
Well, that's just
You
not
can
a good
imagine.
idea. It should have variety.
Well, anyway, they bought them. She don't particularly like them. There's a tub full of them still in the fridge, and they're all going out of date. So I'm gradually eating them all.
Gradually.
Okay.
Hopefully, at some point they'll be gone.
Sounds great.
But can I just say, SLH keeps commenting on
No,
my
we don't have
hair,
time. Sorry, we
my
can't
hair.
say it.
And I've got to say, can I just say,
Nope, you can't.
I have very fluffy hair. I've only just had
Yeah.
a shower, and it's very fluffy. I
Yeah, it
have
is.
very fine hair.
Tell me
lots
more about
of it. I have lots of hair, but it's very fine.
Tell me
very
more about the
fine.
shower, Stu. I want to know more.
Yeah, I rubbed myself down, lathered up in places where you have
Good.
to lather. Oh yeah, baby, I did.
Nice.
Yeah. And
Too
this
much
body,
information.
it takes a while to lather up. I'll tell you, because it's so big. I'm fat.
sandwiches.
It's a big fat body. By the way, talking of weight, I weighed myself for the first time in quite a while the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's always dangerous. It's always dangerous, isn't it? It's always a bit of a, ooh, should I do this?
It's not
should I-
healthy to cling to numbers in general.
Well, I guess. But here's the thing. I am 3
What's the
pounds
thing?
lighter than I was this time last year.
All right.
Things are looking up. Not really, but 3 pounds, 3 pounds. You got to take what you get.
How are you feeling?
What do you mean? How am I feeling?
Duke, it's not about how
are
you feel.
feeling?
It's about
are
how
you
you
feeling
look.
well. No,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
feel-
about
I
how you
always-
look. That's the
Well,
body ego.
I mostly feel well. Obviously went to the
I
doctor.
had 6 Carmax today, but
Yeah,
apart
had
from
all
that,
those, had all
feeling
these
great.
tests and shit. Blood. You'll be pleased to know the blood test came back pretty all right. I've got.
You already told us that.
Well, I've heard some more. I've spoke to the doctor. This
Oh,
week.
there's new blood test, Chinny.
There's new stuff that he spoke to me.
Are you
Anyway,
playing Mass Effect Andromeda while we're doing the podcast?
No.
quite possibly.
How
I've
unprofessional.
got to now take folic acid tablets, but there's a bit of a story here with the folic
Oh,
acid.
thank God. I was hoping there'd be a story about
I
folic
know.
acid.
My
tablets.
favorite
Exactly.
time. It's story time.
Story time.
So the doctor phones me, right? Doctor
Yes.
phones me. And he
Hello,
goes,
Stu. This is the
he goes,
doctor.
"Oh, it's Stu."
Oh, Stu.
He said some weird stuff. He went, your cholesterol's slightly high. You need to eat porridge in the morning and once a week chuck a handful of walnuts on it. So I was like,
Okay.
fine, whatever. It's meant to lower cholesterol,
Whatever.
apparently. So then he said, also, you need to take some folic acid tablets, right? So
Okay.
I was ready for this, right? Because Kay was
Yes.
prescribed folic acid tablets, right?
Okay.
So she said,
So you got big buckets full of them around the house.
well, no, because here's the thing,
Oh,
right?
man.
A
What's
prescription.
the thing?
This is the
Yeah.
only thing we have to pay for, by the way, when it comes to medical stuff in the UK. But you have to pay for.
Oh my God, you're pregnant, Stu? I didn't know that.
I am, yeah. Fully
SLH
pregnant,
just said
pregnancy,
you're pregnant.
Whatever.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, you take it when you're pregnant. But anyway, here's the thing, right? You have to pay
the
for a
thing?
prescription.
Yes.
So Kay got her prescription when she had folic
Yes.
acid prescribed or whatever. And she said,
Right.
oh, I could have got it way cheaper just from the chemist. Why the fuck am I paying £9 odd when I can get it for £3 or something?
I'm sorry, wait a minute. You're complaining about paying. She's complaining about paying £9 for a bottle of pills?
Yeah.
You really need to come to the
Well,
US.
actually, to
and
be
see
fair,
what
it was
it's like.
It was 3 months worth, so it's quite a lot of pills.
3 months for £9. In the United
Yeah,
States,
yeah.
it would be $500
Well, here's the
for
thing.
a month's supply.
So here's the thing, right? So she's
You
twittering.
don't
on
know
going-
how good you have it.
She's going, you can get them cheaper over the counter. I could have got a year's worth for £7 and stuff, right? So I'm like,
I'm
right.
sure that's true.
So when the doctor said this to me, I'm like, I can get them. My wife says you can get them cheaper over the
My
counter. My wife. So I don't need the prescription. I'll just buy some, right? And he was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. And he's like,
yeah,
"You
I
gotta
know a
make-
guy who sells them behind the.
You got to make sure. He's
My
like,
wife.
You've got to make sure they're 5 milligram tablets. I'm like, yeah, no, that's definitely what she said. It's fine. So
I think I know. I think my wife knows a little something more about getting meds than you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Doctor.
So,
Doctor.
so I went on to have a look
If that is your real name.
afterwards, and it turns out that the pills K we were referring to are 20 times less strong.
What?
So they are.
So you're not actually saving money.
No, because they're very.
You have to
can
take
buy-
20 times as many. I
Yeah, you
take
do.
70 pills a
can-
day.
You can buy 5 milligram ones on eBay or Amazon or whatever, and even they're probably going to be shonky.
That sounds fine to
I-
buy
and
Yeah.
to
drugs off
get
eBay.
Just get your
to get-
meds online.
to get 100 tablets was about 27 quid. So, and I need 4 months worth. So I was like, fuck. So I phoned the doctor, and after being on hold for 48 minutes,
Yeah, they put you on hold for 40 minutes
Oh.
because you were being all pompous when you
Yeah,
called
I
them the
was.
first time.
and then I had to.
Are
eat
you
hum-
sure? Yes, I'm sure.
Oh.
Actually, doctor, I'm not sure. Turns out I don't know.
I had to
I
eat
guess
humble
I should
pie and
Trust
re-ask,
you when you say things about medicine.
re-ask for my prescription. So yes, I've got the prescription now because yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad that all got sorted out.
And I'm on
Whew.
vitamin D tablets
Oh
as
my
well.
goodness!
So,
Ah, so
I don't know.
worried.
I'm fucking on
Generally,
loads
I
of
should never try to
tablets.
pretend to wipe my
to
forehead
take
while I'm wearing
those
this hat.
for anyone.
Yeah, vitamin D it is, but the ones I've got are fucking super strong as well. So I only take 1 a week for 8 weeks.
You got all the vitamins now.
Everything's fucking super strong though. It's just ridiculous. So anyway.
Right.
Mm.
Well, that was a great story time. Thank you.
I
for
know,
sharing.
thanks.
Where are
but
you
my
going?
health's okay.
Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
Hard to move on, really. I mean, I don't want to keep going.
What you been playing?
Yeah, I'm
I have an Xbox controller on my mic. What are you talking about? Oh, because of the circle? Is that what you mean?
No, because of the logo, I think.
It's not a logo. What are you talking about? What logo?
The Veteran Gamers logo's dangling on it.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Talking about that. Oh, I got you. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. Yes. Well, I mean, it's like but it's not because the Xbox controller has 2 thumbsticks. That's not a control. That's like a PS1 controller or something.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a prototypical controller. It's not any specific controller.
Duke.
Trite.
Duke,
Yes.
are you aware? Because we got some messages on Facebook today.
Oh.
Are you aware?
I'm not aware of anything on Facebook these days other than Meta.
Are you aware somebody set up a VG Hub Discord?
I'm the one who set up the VG Hub.
Oh, that
Discord,
is
I
you.
think.
I was just checking because I didn't recognize the name.
Why?
Because he's not, well, it didn't look like you. It was some name
Wait a
I've never
minute.
heard.
What's going on Facebook that someone's mentioning the VG Hub Discord?
Because, right, it's a bit of a long story, but some dude.
Oh, well, we got time because, I mean, your
Yeah.
medical pill story.
Wow, I'm going to tell you. So, some dude got banned. He says, hi. He sent a message to us, to Veteran
Oh,
Gamers,
I think
saying,
I saw something about that.
hi, I'm so sad. He's so sad. I'm so sad because I've
Oh,
been
no.
banned from Discord server.
Oh,
I just sent a message in suggestions because I wanted to share a source code for add functionalities to Pet Simulator 10 script.
What?
The code is, and then he put the code. It's working okay, and it enables client game passes. Please unban me. I didn't do anything bad. I just tried
That
to help
sounds
the
ridiculous.
community.
Yeah, it sounds like he's spamming things and he deserves to be.
Well,
taken
anyway,
off.
Susan replied and said, no idea about the banning. We've not banned anyone. Right. So then he came back and said, sorry, thanks for the answer. Yes, I received a push notification. I couldn't see what exactly says because when I opened my Discord, I was banned. The message
Okay.
was rotten. It was rotten it was rotten, not written.
Oh,
it was rotten.
Right, yes. I got you.
Rotten by Deku Dimez, admin of VG Hub Discord server. Now, I can't imagine that's you.
I should just destroy the VG Hub Discord because nobody uses it. And if it's causing people to get banned or someone's pretending to be me or something, like, what the hell?
And it says something about non-skidding. The fuck is non-skidding?
I have no idea.
Or something like that. But anyway, I don't know whether that's you, whether someone set up a VG Hub server using the name. I don't know, but I thought you
Maybe,
should know. I thought you should know. You might, because I know you don't like stuff like that. So I thought, better let you know.
Oh. Yeah, but I also, the only thing I hate more than that is having to do stuff to prevent it.
Well, so someone's taken over the VG Hub server and it ain't.
You know what? It's what? There's nothing to take over. That's like saying there's a rusted car in the middle of the ocean. Someone's taken over your car.
Can I just double check? Is there a suggestions section?
Maybe. It's been months, years since I looked at it.
Is that even a thing?
Maybe.
So who knows? Anyway,
Who
you know,
knows? Anyway.
but thank you.
All right, moving
I
on.
love you,
It's time
babies.
for us to seriously, actually, for real, talk.
Yeah, shall we
where's
talk about
the
some
sound clip?
games?
Yeah. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Seriously talking about video games?
Who's
How
going
dare
first?
you?
Who's going first? Shall I go first?
Who's going
You
first?
go
Change?
first.
I'm gonna fucking go first.
Do it.
Go ahead,
I
Stu, you always
played.
go first.
I played a new Game Pass game today.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's that?
I thought I'll try this because it looks kind of like relaxing and zen.
I want to play this.
And it's called Unpacking.
Yeah, somebody on Twitter talked to me about it.
And
It was
it's
Kev
the-
Westerman.
It's the first. I think it's the first. I might be wrong here, right? I could be wrong. But I think it's the first game published by Humble Games, I think.
What
Okay.
did they do?
And yeah, I think they have done potentially other stuff, but I don't know whether this is the first game or it's one of the games. I don't know. But anyway, it's
You said
published by
that like I
Humble
should
Games.
know who they are.
Well, you know Humble Bundle, so I'm assuming you know what
Oh.
Humble Game. Yeah, so it's by Humble Bundle's publishing thing.
Right.
So, anyway, so basically, here's the game in a nutshell. So
There's boxes of stuff and you gotta unpack them.
kind of yes, kind of no.
Hang on, Duke. You're going way too
Hang
fast.
on,
There's
dude.
so
You're
much
going too
on.
fucking
you-
fast.
Yeah.
She looks to tell a journey, not
Yeah,
a
I do.
story.
Yeah, I do. So this game's not just about unpacking. It's kind of a snapshot of the life of what I'm assuming is a girl.
Yes, it's a double meaning for unpacking. I get it.
Because it starts off when presumably she's moved into a new house with her parents in
Right.
1997, I think the first room is.
Okay.
And obviously all the stuff in it's like nice. So you got Trolls, you got My Little Pony, you've got like a radio cassette player, Ghetto Blaster. So it's all kind of
Yes.
nostalgic, it's stuff that you remember.
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchis, so it's kind of cool. So you've got to unpack everything, right? So you unpack all your shit and you put it on shelves and in cupboards and on the bed and here, there, and everywhere. And once you've unpacked all of your boxes, it then tells you what you've got wrong. So
Okay.
it highlights in red where stuff shouldn't be. So there are places where all this shit should go. So
Okay.
then what
So
you've got to
So if you put the toilet paper inside the bed, that's wrong, I guess. Don't
correct.
tell me how to
So-
organize my life.
So that would glow up red and say, well, you can't put that here because that's not where it goes.
Ridiculous.
But
I'll put things where I
there
want
are
to put
multiple
things.
places where you can put certain things, so it does allow you to do stuff. Now, each level has a journal that always goes in the desk drawer, I've found out. So the journal
Okay.
needs to go in, so I don't know whether it'll work in the cupboard here. This person's put it in the cupboard, but I put it in the desk drawer. Anyway, so you do all that stuff, and then it tells you whether you got it right or wrong. You can take photographs for some
I
reason.
hate video games.
So you can take photographs. It's kind of cute. The background music's cool, and
This
so
is
that happens.
this is what video games are now.
This is video. This
This
is
is
a
a different type of video game. If it's not
Yeah,
your
it
thing,
is.
that's fine.
Yeah,
but
it is.
I don't know. I
It
think
is.
it looks cool.
Although it doesn't look like it, it is sort of a puzzle game because you've got to figure out where stuff needs to go if you've got it in the wrong place once you put it everywhere. So it's kind of cool. I was getting a bit sort of anal with it and making sure everything was lined up and all pointing in the same direction and shit like that. Like you do. So a little bit OCD-ish. So I did the first level, so I got that one out of the way. Then the
Yes.
second level, I'm assuming she's gone to college. So
Okay.
so second level's at college, and then you've got three rooms. So then you have a bathroom, a kitchen, and a bedroom. So you got a lot more stuff, and you've got to obviously unpack everything. And obviously still got a journal, but the journal's been upgraded, so it's a different journal, which I kind of like. You know what I mean?
See, Chinny, it's a different journal. See, so it's
different journal in the second room.
It's totally different.
Different journal. Now, I was doing all right.
So cool.
I know, I was doing okay. And then there was an item, and I put it like in the room, and it glowed up red. I couldn't quite, when you can't quite tell what something is because it doesn't quite look right. And I'm like, and it's a bit pixelated. I'm like, I don't know what this object is. Where the hell am I supposed to put this object? Now, there is a zoom in function. So I zoomed in, and I eventually figured out it was tampons. Now, the tampons had to go into, obviously, the wardrobe because you don't want them on show. So that's why I got that one wrong.
Okay.
But it's just, it has everything. I was a bit shocked. Well, not shocked,
So
but
why did you bring
surprised?
the tampons?
Because it feels like a weird thing to have in a game.
Oh,
You
but
know
you were
what I mean?
unpacking for a
Wait a
young
minute,
woman.
wait. Are there tissues? Are there toilet paper? Are there other like toiletries?
Yeah, I guess it's toilet
That's all
paper.
tampons are, is just
I
another
suppose.
toiletry. Quit being so squeamish.
Yeah, I know. But surely they should have gone in the bathroom though. But I put them in the wardrobe.
Well,
and
that's
that seems-
fine. That's just a different matter than like, why are there tampons? Ah, you being such a
Yeah.
typical dude.
I don't mean a typical dude. I just think it's a weird thing to have in a game. Well, who knows? Maybe there's like a boy version with boy
Oh,
stuff.
the fact that the game
Yeah, the trucks and spitting.
Trucks, I want a truck.
the
man.
game's not weird enough. Just the
A
items
Playboy.
in the game.
What about the
Ridiculous.
Playboy?
Yeah, this from the man who
magazine?
plays Yakuza. There's a penguin having a three-way with a gopher and a turtle.
Wow,
But come on, tampons in a video game? What the fuck?
Even
What is he
Esla-
thinking?
Even
How
Esla-
weird can you be in a video game?
Look, even SLH agrees a tampon should definitely go in the bathroom.
That's not what your complaint was, Stuart. Don't talk about that's what you're
said I had
upset
to put him
about.
in
It
the- I
belongs
put him
in
in the
bathroom.
wardrobe.
No,
Thing
you
is-
don't think it belongs in the game at all. Don't start a backtracking on this
But
shit.
if
I
it's,
got
if
it
it's
on
a college
recording.
dorm, then maybe the bathroom is a public bathroom, like a
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a
I
shared
don't know.
bathroom.
Don't know. Maybe that's the problem. You don't want them in there, do you?
Don't want 'em in there.
No, you don't want them in there. So anyway, I've yet to find the condoms. I haven't found any of those yet. So maybe that's in the next level when they go to university. Who knows?
Speaking of which, I just apropos of nothing really. I started playing Far Cry 4 again, and like you loot enemies after you kill them on a regular basis. I keep finding condoms, and they're worth like 1,000. It's not dollars, but it's like the K, whatever it is.
How much do you sell them for?
Some
Yeah.
valuable condoms. It's like worth as much as a pager, and I'm like, okay, that's weird.
There you go.
Anyway,
Who
sorry,
knew?
go on.
Who knew?
You're talking about tampons.
But
in a
yeah,
video
no,
game.
the game overall is kind of cool. It is you do
Yes.
you do find yourself like, and then like if you because I missed a box, there was another box in the bathroom that I hadn't seen
Oh,
on the
dude,
floor.
you gotta get.
I
on the
know.
boxes.
So then I went back into and obviously the room glows red to tell you then that you've not done something in the actual room. But that was kind of cool. Once you've got everything in one room correct, that stops glowing. And then obviously the rooms where you've still got something wrong glow red. So it's easy to work out where you need to go and sort shit out.
Yeah.
But it's good. I quite like it. I think it's kind of zen.
It's a very niche game. It's not going to be for everybody, but it does. I think it looks fun, and I'm curious to try it.
It's kind of interesting in so much as, like I said, it is a puzzle game, although it doesn't feel like one when you're playing it.
Right.
It only kind of feels, because ultimately, as I got into the second set of rooms, I was better at it than obviously the first room, and I realized, oh yeah, I need to make sure all this shit goes in the right places first, and I don't have to mess around too much afterwards.
Yeah.
I started thinking about it a little bit more. I mean, the first room, I was just putting stuff randomly anywhere. Do you know what I mean? And go, oh, this is easy. You don't even have to do it if you just put it on the shelf or the floor or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool. I like the aesthetic. I like the room. Obviously, it's 2004, so you've got a tower PC and whatnot. It's goes with the times.
Yes.
It's quite clever.
Well, it's the CRT screen, I think, that's more
Yeah, true.
telling of the times. But yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I quite like it. And obviously,
Yeah.
if you got Game Pass, you can just play it. You don't have to buy it.
Yeah, I gotta pay $20 for this, but I'm waiting for it to go on sale. I think.
Is that how much it is to buy if you were to buy it, Duke?
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
interesting. But yeah, Unpacking.
I
give
can't
it a
imagine
whirl.
this being fun on the console.
It's fine. Actually, it works better than you'd think because it is like a cursor still.
It's a little
But-
bit of a grid, I think, so it's not like
Yeah,
you're putting
it's
things
easy. It
anywhere.
is easy to move stuff around. It's a lot easier than you'd imagine.
But I think it would be probably easier on a PC.
Yeah, true enough. True enough. So yeah, it is sort of easy to move stuff around. It's not that difficult. And you can stack stuff which makes sense. It's quite true to life, shall we say. It's quite clever. So there you go. Give it a whirl. Unpacking. Right. Chinny, go.
I am watching it going, he's not put that George Foreman grill in the right place.
You see, you know
What are
you
you
want to play it.
doing?
You know you want to play it.
We're playing Mass Effect Andromeda.
Right now.
I was playing it right now, yeah.
Yeah.
The game is this is what I summed it up to be.
Okay.
A bad Mass Effect game is still a good game.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I get what you're saying.
Um,
Well, it must be all right because you keep on playing it.
I know. I don't,
Well, but that's Chinny's desire to finish what he starts.
Not always. He stopped doing
Not
that.
always,
as we
but it's
remember.
it's an especially bad game that he won't finish.
yeah, I mean, but it's
I
not,
don't think it says a whole lot about the game, to be honest.
it's not
Sorry,
that bad, but it's not great.
Yeah.
For example, there was a cutscene where like these two characters in the background were fighting, and they were clearly like they're kind of like training, fighting each other, and then one of them, who clearly shouldn't have had a gun in their hand, had a gun in their hand.
Yeah.
There was a earlier where I just got stuck and like my character froze, but it was still I could still move my guns and.
I honestly,
Weird.
I'm shocked that it's still janky after all this time.
Well, I feel like they just don't bother fixing it now. They're just like, well, whoever's playing it now obviously just is a glutton for punishment.
Because you'd have thought by now they'd have patched it, because he did do a lot of patching at the very beginning, didn't he? To be fair,
Yeah, I don't know what.
you'd have thought it would have been fixed to a playable level without it, like
so.
shit like that happening.
It's pretty boring as well. Like, oh, okay, I think I've got to run out.
You sound bored talking.
I am.
Oh, it's pretty boring too.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
boring.
it's especially hard if you're trying to play and talk about it at the same
Well,
time.
that is also true. That is
Well,
true.
I don't know. It's a pretty boring game. So like, you go on a planet.
Oh, we know what happens in it. We just wondered if there was
but,
something
like,
that stood out
basically, you just have to make the planet nice. That's just
Yes.
that's it, you know.
This
Is
is
that-
about
is that
finding
it?
a new place for humans to live.
Yeah, and it's like every planet has 3 towers on it,
Yeah,
and you do a Sudoku puzzle on the tower,
that's right.
and that's not a joke. That's
No,
real.
it's not. I remember.
And that makes the planet, like, you know, for this planet that I'm on now, it's full of like sulfur ponds and water, and there's no, all the water's poisonous and stuff. And if you do these Sudoku puzzles, which apparently nobody in the Milky Way and the Andromeda galaxy has worked out,
Yeah.
but I have, then you can make the planet more like inhabitable. So, I mean, thank God I know Sudoku. Let's just put it that way.
It's the universal language of science.
I mean,
That's
I'm
why in
lucky,
Contact,
really.
the aliens sent us a Sudoku puzzle.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I know it so well.
Yeah.
Only if you're Chinny though, because no one else in the galaxy knows Sudoku.
No one. No
Well,
one.
but he's playing a character. You know, it's not actually Chinny. It's
But the
Yeah.
character
Other
doesn't is the only person who knows Sudoku.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's pretty boring, and all the like, there's some just weird sort of character sort of animations. The enemies just look naff, and they kind of look like. Remember when like, what's that game with the user generated universe, and you go to the center and
Oh, No Man's Sky.
yeah, you remember when like No Man's Sky first came out and all those janky aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
kind of look like those.
Interesting.
Yeah, but as I said, a bad Mass Effect game is still a good game because
Yeah.
you know, you're driving around a planet, you're doing little missions, everybody looks dead inside. Everybody has that sort of blank stare going on.
Glazed out, the glazed
yeah.
over.
And it's like everybody's heard of the Pathfinder as well. I'm on a planet in the middle of nowhere. And he's like, "You're the Pathfinder." Oh my god. Wow. And I'm like, I'm just a bloke, man, like that knows Sudoku. It's
They've
not
been
that
waiting.
difficult.
They've been waiting for you.
Yeah, well,
Chinny.
that's how you find the path is
Yeah.
doing Sudoku. Don't,
Yeah, you
don't
were
sell yourself out.
you were prophesized.
I'd
to
have loved to
come.
have seen the Pathfinder training. I was like, okay, day
Yeah.
one. What we doing? Guns? No, we're doing Sudoku. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's okay. I am getting some enjoyment out of it. It's not like complete. It's fairly mundane at this point. It is what it is, and
Yeah.
my expectations of it are very low now. So if anything slightly interesting happens, I'm like, oh, wow.
anything slightly interesting
Yeah.
happens.
So, you know,
Wow.
I'll go to one thing and they're like, we were ambushed. And I was like, I didn't even know we were getting attacked. Like, are
What?
we getting
When did that
attacked?
happen? What?
And then, like, about a mile down the road, there's some enemies that spawned in. And I was like, oh, I guess they're attacking us, I suppose. And there's just loads of weird stuff like that. And, yeah, it's just so strange. And Mass Effect was made with passion. You can tell. You know, it was made by a team that were, like, really passionate about it and, you know, really trying to do something that hadn't been done. This is made by... It feels like a game that was made by AI robots. Do you know
It's
what I
like
mean?
Mass
Copy
Effect.
and
You
pasted.
need
Space is very big. We must go
Yeah.
to space. Oh no, we
I
land
mean,
on
here's
planet.
the thing. Look,
Dinosaurs
I
beyond
think
planet.
the people who made this game probably had a lot of anxiety about what they were creating,
Yeah.
and they were ordered to make something that was supposed to follow one of the most beloved game trilogies of all
Yeah.
time. That's a really hard thing for them to
It
do.
is.
And I think that if they had original creative ideas, they were probably nipped in the bud, or they nipped
Yeah.
their own ideas in the bud in order to make it as inoffensive as possible. So
It's like-
we end up with this mushy, mediocre, middle of the road game because they didn't want to take any chances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no chances taken really on this game. But it's
But the
it's-
problem is, it
yeah.
didn't actually pay off for them in the end, did it? Because it didn't
Strange.
sell particularly well, and it got critically bashed, didn't it?
it's like
Well, it didn't get bad. I mean, it didn't get very low scores. It just got middle of the road scores.
it's
No, but he got a lot of bashing at the very beginning with the like, especially the character animations and stuff, and facial animations were given a lot of grief
there's
by a lot of reviewers.
There's a mission where you have to scan these 5 dead bodies, right? And like you scan the 5 dead, but when you get the mission, there's this woman and she's like, "Oh, we really want to find out where these bodies are so we can give them a proper sending off and whoever did it, like, find justice." And then there's
Yeah.
literally a bloke next to her and he goes, "Or you could give me the information for a reward." I was like, first of all,
Justice or
So-
money? I mean,
so-
it's a moral choice.
so they're
Chinny,
not,
come
they're not
on.
only like so blatantly lazy, right? They couldn't even put him like 20 yards down. Like, he was literally standing next to this woman. And he's like, "Oh, you know,
He's
give
got a
me."
heartbreaking decision to make about whether his best friend lives or dies.
And then I thought, okay, so that's pretty obvious. Like, it's so blatantly and lazy. But then at the same time, why does he want the coordinates? Like, what's he gonna do? Like, bang him? Like, what's he doing?
I want to eat their eyeballs.
So, it's a very,
Sorry, for the record, Mass Effect Andromeda PC Metacritic 72, PS4 Metacritic 71, Xbox One Metacritic 76. Not great scores, but
Not
I
great.
mean,
Not
terrible.
awful. I mean, it's not like 40 or
there's
something.
a
right. And
functional
all I'm
game.
saying is, like,
It's-
that's, yeah, exactly. That's probably what they were kind of hoping for.
It's
shooting for that.
average.
It's very
It's
Give
an
it a
average
C on the
game.
test.
Very
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
average game.
Mega average.
Very average.
So
I mean, I bought this for about £2.50 or something, or £3 or
that's the
something.
correct price.
It is. I've never played it though. That's all I paid for it though. But I've never actually. I played the demo. I remember playing the demo for it and thinking, it's all right.
It's not bad to, like, you know, you go on a planet, you clear it out, you get some galaxy points, and off you go. And I don't really like the way my guy looks as well. I tried to make him look like me, but he just looks like a I don't know, somebody who's just sort of lost the will to live.
Is that meant to look like you? Are we looking at
I
what's supposed to
suppose.
look like you? No, it looks nothing like you.
No,
It doesn't look like you at
I
all.
tried.
You didn't try very hard.
Well, you got like presets. It's not like you can
Do you-
shape
do you
their
At
remember
nose.
least he
that?
played the game, Stu. I
Yeah,
mean,
true.
damn. Why'd
Do you
come
remember
out
when
so-
Mass Effect first came out and they made this whole massive thing about, and you'll be able to create a character that looks just like you, and
Yeah.
it's going to be the most advanced character creator of all time. And I tried to make one that looked like me, who incidentally I kept for the whole trilogy, you know, because obviously you could carry everything over, couldn't you, from one game to the next?
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I kind of grew to like my character that looked absolutely nothing like me.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like, nah, he's unique. You know, he's got his own individual thing going on, even though my Commander Shepard has no resemblance to me whatsoever. But it is quite funny because it was, like I say, they've been doing this for years now. And most of the time, half of the time, it doesn't really matter. I always think the weirdest one is like Skyrim, or games like that are actually, for the majority of the game, in first person. Because what's the point?
Yeah.
Well, you got the kill cams.
I guess, but you barely ever see your character, I guess. And
No, you're right. I mean, that's true, but
it just
I
seems
don't
an
know.
absolute, and spend bloody hours trying to make it look like something. Now I'm just like,
Well, that's
random.
on you, though. I mean,
Random.
yeah, like,
I'll have whatever.
I mean, to be fair, I think Fallout 4 is when they put into effect maybe what they might have wanted to have in the other games. Like, the dialogue is third person, so you see yourself a lot more in Fallout 4 than you do in the other one.
That is
I hear
true.
you. You're right. It is silly, but whatever.
But we
All
spend
right,
hours.
anything else about Andromeda there, Chinny?
It's boring.
So what's it? Can I
Yes.
ask? I mean, you've played quite a lot of this game now, haven't you? You played a fair amount.
I guess so.
What's your current review noise for the game? We haven't asked this yet.
Yeah, my review noise for Mass Effect Andromeda is.
Yeah. It's about what I expected, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah. There was a little bit of up. There was a bit of up, but not very much.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Tiny,
like, oh, is this it?
tiny.
Is this going to be it? Well,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
awful, but I guess it's Mass Effect.
It was almost imperceptible, but it was just there. Anyway, Duke, what have you
Yes.
been playing this week?
I actually have been playing several new games. So strap in, people, because there's new stuff ahoy. Yeah, once upon a time, I bought a game called... Well, first of all, I've been playing Achaea, more of the MUDs. I'm actually writing a piece right now about the conflict between Cyrene and Eleusis, which I know everyone wants to hear me talk about, but I'm just going to move past it because it's not ever... the whole world isn't trying to hear about that yet. And it's not done. I haven't finished writing the piece, so you're going to have to wait. Anyway, once upon a time, I bought this game called Neo Cab, and... it's a visual novel, and I'm not usually into visual novels. I don't really know what inspired me to buy this, but here's the thing. I had the day off on Friday because we had our booster shots for our staff at school, and so I was like, I feel like taking on some kind of new game. And so this was what I started. And it is, like I say, a visual novel. It all takes place inside your cab.
This is a kind of
And
stew
you are
kind of
this-
game.
It
is a very stew kind of game.
I've played the
Did you play
demo
this?
for this. Yeah, I played
Oh,
the
okay.
demo, and I
All right.
quite liked it. I never got
I
around
mean,
to
I
buying it,
figured
but I
you
really
would.
quite liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured you would. You are this lady with the purple hair and the glowing neck things and the glowing earring. It's got a color palette. It's got a style palette that is very consistent and pretty well executed, to be fair. Like it's futuristic. You're in this car that's electric, and it's in the future where there's mostly driverless vehicles.
Yeah, it's all AI, isn't it? You're one of the last proper drivers.
Correct. And it's the type of game where you're picking up people and taking them places. And there's this whole story about like the company that owns all these AI cars, and there's this rebellion group that's trying to take down that company. And you've got this interesting phenomenon of, at one point you run into somebody who called I don't remember what the organization is called, but let's just call them like Down with the Man Club. And they have these swarms, and you can call in a Down with the Man swarm, and they're like people in the area. If you need help, they'll come and help you, which is actually a really interesting idea. Like this sort of decentralized summon a mob type thing. Like that could be very helpful if there's an incident of police brutality or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, it obviously goes wrong, and someone's getting hurt who shouldn't get hurt, and it's playing with some interesting concepts. So at one point, you pick this young lady up she's like 14, I guess, and she's in this thing called a Kindermech, which she can't take off. And like her mom is basically controlling everything she does, and she can't, her mom watches, I guess she doesn't like tell her where to go, or she can't. I don't know if she like literally can't tell her where to go, but like she sees everything that the kid's doing, and I don't know. It's weird. But it's an interesting concept, like this idea, this very rich girl who has this horrible prison basically that she's in.
So what you're saying is Big Mother is watching.
Yeah, exactly. Big brother and big mother.
And Big Mother.
There's a best friend story going on. She's the one in the cab right now on the screen, and there's this history that's hinted at constantly, but never really explored. And I have a feeling that they're more than just friends. I don't know. I think maybe your character is interested in the best friend romantically, but she's got a boyfriend, and blah blah blah, whatever.
So there's some
There's an odd lack
subtext
of-
as well. Subtext going
Yeah,
on.
I guess. There's an odd lack of facial movements, which is kind of strange for a game like this. Like, I mean, there is some facial movements. There's just enough to convey a certain amount of emotion. But because I think they recognize that there were limits to that, you notice the best friend there is wearing this necklace that's got like colors on it. Well, she gives you a bracelet that does the same thing. And it starts this whole mechanic of your mood being reflected on your wrist. So that if you're sad, it turns blue. If you're happy, it turns green. If you're mad, it turns red, etc., etc. And it feels kind of artificial, but at the same time, I guess it's kind of an interesting wrinkle because you want to keep yourself. I mean, here's the thing. Look, in a video game that's based on like emotional conversations, it is valuable to have some clear and unambiguous indicator of how your character especially is feeling. So in that regard, it's kind of nice to have this like, okay, look, that choice I made in the conversation is making me feel happy, so therefore it was a good choice. You know what I mean? You don't have to wait to find out like whether you think it was a good choice to make or not.
So what do you think? What do you think so far? What's your opinion?
I don't know what I think, to be honest.
Do you
like, there's
like
some
it?
good
Do you
things
not
about
like
it.
it?
I don't like visual novels just in general. Like I always want to ask myself like, okay, why do it in this format? Like, is there something beneficial about the video game format here? It's kind of a choose your own adventure type of thing. And of course, the efficacy of those things is always, do you feel like your choices matter? Do you feel like there's interesting paths that you could have taken? And then are you happy with the results based on the actions that you've taken? And it's way too early for me to tell any of that. They have created an interesting world. There are some cliches in the writing. Here's the other thing about the mood thing, though. There's a point at which I wanted to have there's a dialogue choice that was available, but I couldn't select it because I was angry. And I was just like, that's kind of stupid. Like, why are you showing me this dialogue choice that I can't choose? It just felt really artificial.
Yeah, but
strange.
that isn't much different to say not having your charm high enough in Skyrim to use a dialogue option, though, is it?
I guess it's just that.
Do you understand what I mean? It's a similar mechanic.
Yeah, I hear you. But on the other hand, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like
if
the
you'd have
charm.
made other choices, presumably you wouldn't have been angry.
I guess I just can't imagine how I might have gotten to that point without that option. But I
mean,
you're
she
right.
looks.
I
I'll be
guess
honest. She looks angry on the screen at the moment.
she seems angry all the time, and that's the other thing is that like I don't know. Like I feel like if I make choices that get me to be green, then it's like I'm letting people push me around. If I stand up for myself, then she's angry, and it's like there's no winning. And maybe that's the point. Is that like you're never gonna have a perfectly happy
You
path
can't
to
win
walk
in
and
life,
blah blah
dude.
blah.
You can't
But
win in
here's the other
life all
thing.
the time.
Look, there's this dude who got in my cab and immediately puked on the floor. And
Nice.
then he was like, and then he goes, there's vomit in the back seat here. And you're like, dude, I just saw you vomit. And then he's like, screw you. You can't prove I did it. Like 0 out of 5 stars. And he like tanked my rating all of a sudden, which first of all is weird because apparently I've been doing this cab driving for quite a while. So how does one bad review suddenly get me to like half, 2.5 out of 5 stars overall? That's just silly. That's not how ratings work. And what was I supposed to do?
Maybe
Just be
you're
like,
a
"I'm
really
sorry,
bad
man."
taxi driver.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
guess so.
Maybe it's because you were jostling him about.
Could be.
You know what I mean?
So I don't
Made
know.
him
I
feel-
mean, I'm interested. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm not like blown away by the story, but I am intrigued by the world. So I kind of want to see where the world's gonna go. The characters aren't interesting me very much, but there are things that are hooking me to some extent.
Yeah, I do
Characters
know.
look boring.
This game has actually got good ratings, and a lot of people love it.
Well,
So
yeah, but then the
does do
question is,
quite well.
right, but that's, it's got to be a lot of confirmation bias there because people who are going to play it are likely to be people who like visual
Yeah,
novels.
like
And if you
me.
like a visual novel, you'll probably love this.
It's
But as
to
somebody
me, I was going to say, to me, it's a bit more. It is a visual novel. It's a bit more like a graphic novel, isn't it? Just with choices. because the art style's pretty cool. You know, it doesn't look like a
Wait a
cartoon.
minute, what's the difference in your mind between a visual novel and a graphic novel?
A graphic novel is a book, but it's like a cartoon book rather than an actual book.
You're saying this looks like a comic book?
Well, not a comic book, because there's like, for instance, I've got a Stephen King Dark Tower graphic novel.
Yeah.
So it's sort of all illustrated pictures like a cartoon would be, but it's not. It's an adult version of a comic, I guess.
I don't know that I understand the difference there. But anyway, the point I would make is that if you like visual novels, you'll probably be into it. As somebody who doesn't play a lot of visual novels, this had enough in it to snag my interest, and it is keeping it, but we'll see for how long.
That is the measure.
That's all I can promise. I'm not going to promise I'm going to finish it, but I'm going to try to finish it.
That is the measure for
I'll see how long to beat NeoCab, and I'll let you know if I'm in it for that long.
Oh, I can't imagine it's that long. Surely, probably what, 3-4 hours, maybe.
Well, let's
5
find
hours.
out. Main story 4 hours. Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds about right for one of these types of games.
And I probably put in 1 or 2 already, so we'll see.
Yeah, I do want to play this. I must admit, I've forgotten about it until I saw it on your list. And I'm like, I want to play that game.
Well, there you go.
I'm going to play that game.
Now you've been reminded.
I'm going to talk about what I've played the most of this week, which pretty much has taken up all of my time when I've been free.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which is Resident Evil 4 VR.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, right? And I know I'm fucking bangs on about how amazing Resident Evil 4 is, and it's the best in the series, and this, that, and the other.
I hear that a lot.
Everybody goes on and on and on. And I've only ever played it once, and I got it for the Wii. I'm almost sure it was on the Wii that I got it. And I was like, because obviously it was like, I should play this. Everyone bangs on about it constantly. I should play it. And I reckon if I'm lucky, I probably played the first hour, and that was kind of it.
Okay.
And after that, I was just like, eh. And I just couldn't get to grips with the stopping and shooting thing.
Well, yeah.
And it just drove me fucking bonkers.
I remember playing this way back in the day, and I just wasn't into it because of that mechanic.
It's the most frustrating thing ever. And the problem is, even just as soon as you get to the village, which is the first level of the game, I just got overrun with people who were fucking hundreds and hundreds of enemies all at the same. Well, there wasn't really hundreds, but
do you reckon that people love it as much as they do because they have to work so hard to get anywhere in it, and so when they do, there's that sense of accomplishment in the same way you get from like Dark Souls?
Definitely.
Which I don't have a lot of patience for that, to be honest. Like, that's just not my thing.
God, how far have you gone into the game? Is this near the end? Because I've not seen this yet. Just saying.
Chinny, you're giving spoilers. What are you doing?
Yeah, man, what are you doing? I haven't even seen this. God, I tell you.
Chinny, are you there?
Yeah, he's there.
Yes.
I was like, I haven't seen this.
Yeah.
But yes. So I've never really got to grips with it. I found it really difficult, and it pissed me off, and I got really frustrated. And I was like, fuck this game. I ain't playing this game no more.
Damn,
I never
that's
played
something
it.
Stu doesn't do very often either.
I know.
I just want to say, fuck this game. I'm done.
I'm done.
He just doesn't. I'll tell you what. You abandon a lot of games. You just don't announce it very often.
Yeah,
that's what's
that's
new
correct.
here. Is that
That's
Stu's
correct.
announcing.
That is totally correct.
That is a true statement said by
totally
Duke.
Totally true. But anyway, so this came out in VR, and I'm like, I love me VR. And the reviews were really good. I'm like, I'm going to play this game again. And fuck me, have I played this game. It's so much more accessible. And it's weird, right? Because all the cutscenes are in 2D. So it completely takes you out of the game.
Okay.
And you climb a ladder, it's in 2D. You you let Ashley jump into your arms, it's in 2D.
That sounds very disorienting.
You'd think it would be distracting, and sort of every time like a little mini cutscene, and all the cutscenes are full 2D as well. And it's just like standing in a theater as Leon watching yourself, which is slightly weird. Which is ever so slightly weird. But do you know what? I don't know why, but it just works. It never
interesting.
It never distracts that much, and it feels fine. And it's just weird because it shouldn't work. There are lots of reasons this just shouldn't work, but it just does. And you know, I'm guessing I haven't got the same nostalgia as people who've like, because loads of people play this game over and over, don't they? Because they love it so much. And obviously, I've never been that person, but I could imagine for the people who absolutely love this game, being in the actual environments like the village and the castle and the sewers and all that stuff would be just blown away with just being there. You know, that sense of place. And it, even for me, who's never really played it up until now, I am pretty blown away by it. And like, this is so cool.
This is why I'm looking forward to GTA San Andreas in VR.
Yeah. Because for you, that'll just be amazing, won't it? Being in those places. That,
I hope they include the hot coffee mod.
Yeah, as we know, that definitely won't be happening. But but what's
for
cool,
people that don't know, the hot coffee mod was a mod that was added on in the PC version of GTA San Andreas, where it features a sex scene. It was banned.
Sex.
Yeah, it was, and it was when you actually see it, it's terrible.
Like so tame by today's
Speak for
standards.
yourself. I mean, come on. Let's. Hey.
Yeah, right.
By what 2001 standards?
Yeah,
It's pretty
exactly.
awesome.
But do you know what? What is truly amazing about this game is it's just so immersive.
Yeah.
And it just works because you can jump out of the way, you can back off. They've thought about the way they've implemented.
I mean, you're not. That's not a very tall order. You can jump out of the way.
Yeah, but you couldn't in the original game.
I know. I just that's the.
As soon as you drew your weapon,
mark of an amazing remake is you can jump out of the way.
But no, it's just the systems they've implemented just work brilliantly well. The physics work perfectly. You know, the shooting, the aiming mechanics, the even just the inventory system and the way that works on your body. You know, I don't know a lot of these games do that, but like I said, perspective is everything in VR. And quite often, what you tend to find with these types of games in VR is that it's sort of your gun's there, but it's not that intuitive, or you go to grab it and you don't grab it, you know, or you miss it, or you go to put it back and it doesn't go back.
I do. Oh, sorry, Stu. Can I ask you a question?
You can
take the VR part out of it.
Yeah.
So we're just talking the game here.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better than Resident Evil 8?
Oh, that's such a good question. As in Village, you mean?
Yes.
Is that Village? Yeah, as in Resident Evil Village. It's very similar. Do you know what's quite weird? And a lot of people have said this, because I've played quite a few Resident Evils. Now I've played, obviously, you know, 2 remake.
I'd say you're a bit of a veteran of.
I've played 5.
I see what you did.
I am.
A veteran Resident Evil gamer.
I played 5 with you, Chinny, as you remember. We played that in co-op together.
Yeah.
I've obviously
Sounds
played
like a great
7
name for a podcast.
I know, 7 all the way to the end.
Podcast.
And I have nearly finished Village. I'm quite a long way through Village as well, but I need to go back to that. But I'm quite a long way through Village.
You not finished that?
No.
Jeez, you are.
I haven't got much
start
to
a
do.
lot of games, and
I know, but a load of stuff came out of over the time, and I'm just like,
Stu, can we do?
Just get
Climb
distracted.
came out.
Stu,
Chinny,
yeah.
How many games can you think of right now that you've started and not finished? Go.
Oh, a lot.
Go on. Go. Just say stuff.
Currently at the moment, I mean, the Lost City. I've started that, and obviously I haven't finished the one. That was a Skyrim mod.
Oh yeah.
I started and not finished that. Obviously Resident Evil Village. I've started and not finished.
Yeah.
Psychonauts 2.
Yeah.
I'm a fair way into that, but I've
you're
not
such a
finished
slag.
that. I am. There's a load of games. I mean, I can't
You're
even
such a
begin.
slag. You give me shit for playing nothing or one game, and it's
I know,
because
but
I try and finish it.
It's got the exact opposite. Where you're
the
playing
slut.
100 games and never
You're
finishing
a
anything.
gaming slut.
But obviously, The Good Life. I'm playing that at the moment, as you know. But you'd forgive me for that,
You know,
surely.
to be honest, I beg you to stop.
No, I don't forgive you for playing it at all. You should have
know,
stopped
yeah.
after 10 minutes.
And I've played quite a bit of that now as well. But here's the thing, anyway. Getting back to the game in hand,
Yeah.
it's fucking awesome. It's just so well made. Honestly, it's great. And also, as going back to your question, I am really enjoying it. VR aside,
That's not
just
answering it though.
just as a game.
Is it better than Village as a game?
It's close. I mean, it's
You
so
saying Village is better?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, it does
Probably,
have
but
like 25 years on it, to be fair.
Yeah, it does. I mean, graphically, obviously, the village just looks
Yeah, but like,
fucking
it's not
phenomenal.
just graphics that we've learned.
But-
Is it? It's mechanics and style.
Yeah,
and
gameplay.
pace and...
But what's interesting is I think Village is the closest to this in mechanics, than any of the other games.
Yeah.
Because Village obviously has the merchant is back. I mean, it's obviously not the same merchant, it's a different dude. But that's all back now, sort of selling and buying stuff to upgrade your weapons. What's kind of interesting about this is how you upgrade your health. And I don't know whether this is in every Resident Evil game and I've just never noticed.
Go on.
But the way you upgrade your health is when you mix your herbs. If you do a red, yellow, and a green herb, that automatically upgrades your health as well as heals you.
I think that's in.
But
most of it.
I couldn't remember whether that was in other games or
I
not.
think so. Yeah.
Well, it certainly is in Just Cause, or Far Cry rather, because you're always getting those leaves.
No, we're talking Resident Evil games, though. I don't know.
But I'm saying like it's been in other games.
Why are you making things worse?
Yes. Yes. But yeah, it works really, really well, and I'm so enjoying it. I mean, I played probably another 2 hours this morning, 3 hours this morning. I'm sort of 11 hours in, which is hefty for a VR game.
Yeah. Do you play it in 2 hour stints?
I play it until the battery runs out, pretty much.
4 hour stints.
Yeah, maybe three-ish.
3 hour stints.
Yeah, because it uses quite a lot of power because it's doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But it's comfortable, I must admit, especially with the sort
elite
of new
strap.
The elite strap does make a huge.
I haven't
difference.
played VR since I bought that thing.
I know. Well, you will be doing. We're doing it on Tuesday night. Don't forget.
Yeah, it's in my
Don't
calendar.
forget. Yeah.
Oh, we should say that on the show.
Yeah, we're playing.
We're
poker,
playing
people.
poker on Tuesday. What's the date?
I have no.
The
clue.
9th. The 9th.
Yeah, it will be 1, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9th.
It's the coming Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. The
Yeah.
9th.
What time, Chinny? Let's confirm a time, and then people know. Can you do 8? You're gonna do as early as 8 o'clock? Can you do 8 o'clock?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do 8 o'clock then. That is a confirmed date and
So
time.
if you want to play some
us.
poker with me and Stu.
Poker. 8
Let's
o'clock
go.
Tuesday night. 8 o'clock
the
Tuesday night.
9th.
I'll send some feelers out as well because we know a few people who've got VR
We know a
headsets
few
these days.
people.
We know a few people. Yeah, so it's brilliant. Look, if you've got a VR headset, a Quest 2, because this doesn't run on the original Quest.
No.
So this is a Quest 2 only.
It's got to be a Quest 2.
Quest 2 only. Definitely buy it. It's just so cool. Even the guns. But here's a weird thing. Here's a weird thing, right? I'm 10 hours in.
Yeah.
And then they suddenly decide to introduce a shooting range.
Yeah.
They go 10 hours in. Oh, do you want to practice with some of these guns? Have a go. Well, wait till you're 10 hours in before you do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been doing that, and you win these weird prizes. I've not even a clue what you do with them, and they're like little figurines on plinths.
Who knows?
For want of a better phrase, it's just weird. Some decisions in Japanese games are always just strange, aren't they? Let's be honest. But yeah, it's good. Gavlar's complaining because he says it's Bake Off on a Tuesday.
Well,
it's Bake Off, people.
It's called.
Actually, it is Bake Off.
It's called 4 on Demand.
Yeah. See, I like Bake Off, but
I've been watching Bake Off as well.
Yeah, we're willing
I'm
to
also
forego it.
interested if Jurgen is going to win over Giuseppe.
Jurgen.
But
yeah, Giuseppe's pretty good.
Jurgen's gonna absolutely.
No,
pick
he's.
him off.
I don't think he is.
I
think Jurgen's dropped off.
Complicated cake that you've ever seen in your life.
That's exactly what he sounds like.
I'm
That's a
mixing
good
it with
impression.
hazelnut and the tears
Praline.
the tears of your youth. What? It's this chemical formula that will explode and then.
He's a
create-
scientist, isn't he? He's a chemist or something weird, isn't he?
He's the Walter White of Bake Off.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, we normally watch Bake Off on a Tuesday, but I'm going to commit to poker because
we can watch it on catch up, Ginny. That's what I'll be doing.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm off the following day, so I'll just watch it on catch up.
Sorry, Stu. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you think Matt Lucas is a good fit for that show?
It's a good question because actually I don't.
I think he's wank in that show.
Do you know?
No,
I
I
do
like the guy.
Yeah, I do.
But the problem with Matt Lucas is he's weird.
He's trying too hard to be funny as well.
Like Noel Fielding is weird, but he worked well with Sandy Toxic.
Yeah, he does.
Right?
Yeah, he did.
But like Matt Lucas is George Dawes. he's he's like awkward weird. And
Yeah.
he's like no one's laughing. People are just laughing to be kind, I think.
He
It's
has
kinda
he has
cringy.
been. I feel like he's been better this series
I
than he
dunno.
was in the first one. I don't think he's quite as bad as that, but yeah, you are right. I don't know. I don't get him.
No.
I don't think he's that funny.
I don't think he's a right fit for the show.
No, I agree. I just think he's a bit meh. He's a bit whack,
Why
man.
does Prue always sound like she needs to clear her throat?
Because she's old, man. She's nearly 90 or something ridiculous.
I think the flavors.
She's good for her age, though. You know what I
She is
mean?
good
I
for
will
her age,
give her
yeah.
her due. She is old.
She's like,
I mean,
I think
well
she's
old.
81.
Yeah, she's a good age, like proper old, but she doesn't look it. I mean, she looks good for her age.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're gonna miss Bake Off and play some poker. But anyway, going back,
And
Resident
Stu
Evil
said
VR.
that he would have sex with Prue. That's what he just.
I would. I probably would. Probably would. Resident Evil. What's a funny thing, right? Can I just say? It's just reminded me again of the weird systems
Yeah.
in Resident Evil 4
Yeah.
VR. Your health packs are kept on your left shoulder, which is weird in itself. But
Why is
you
that
just-
weird?
Because you just saw him use an egg.
I always keep my paracetamol sellotaped to my left shoulder.
Balanced on your left shoulder.
Yeah.
But you just saw him use an egg, right, to heal himself. You can put an egg on your shoulder.
Yeah.
So to
I
pick it
always.
up,
You
heal
know,
yourself
that's how I
with
won
your egg.
the egg race.
Yeah. But it's good. It is very, very good. And the boss fights are great. I had one that I struggled a little bit with today, but there was like a cutscene thing that just didn't trigger.
Hey Duke, if I said egg and spoon race to you, would you know what that means?
Yeah, it was an egg and spoon race, dude.
I assume it's where you have an egg on a spoon and you can't drop it while you run.
There you go.
Is that a thing in America?
Yeah, we do it at like field days and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. It's only
Do you
on a
do-
sporting day, like a sports
Do you do
day.
do you do the three-legged race?
Yep.
Do you do all that?
Do you
Sack
do
race?
do you do a
sack race?
punch a kid and run race?
Yeah, punch a kid and run
No, we
race.
do kick a kid in the face and laugh at him and spit
Right.
on
Do
him.
you
race.
do you do the competitive parent sprint?
No.
Do you not do that? You see, in the UK, that's like the highlight of sports day is all the super competitive mums and dads who think they can run fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true. That's a true thing, isn't it, Jim?
I believe you. I just don't
Yeah.
have anything to say about it. I thought you were talking about video games.
Yeah, they look like complete
All right,
dicks doing
Duke.
it, by the way. Fucking
All
hell.
right.
Jesus
What's wrong
Christ.
with
It's only been
games,
10
then?
minutes. You're going on about baking shows and shit. Since when do we ever get off topic here in this show? Never. That's
Oh,
when.
Duke.
Jeez.
Fucking hell, just calm down.
Jeez.
Jesus, honestly.
Wow.
Ah.
Kick a pigeon,
just-
man.
I know, I was just trying to give you a bit of culture. Bit of
Yeah.
culture from the UK.
Really? Really?
Wow.
Talking about parents running around on field
Put
day
a
is
croc-
culture?
Put a crocodile to sleep and chill out.
Wow. Apparently, though, have you heard?
Flippity bow.
I don't know whether you've heard this news.
What's
But
that?
apparently, that's what they're going to have in Squid Games too. It's going to be like sports day. themed.
I'll never know. I ain't watching that shit. They had a chance. They wasted it.
Right. Well, that's me for that. So, Chinny, back over to you.
I'm afraid I haven't played anything else.
Nothing else from
Shocking.
you. Back over to you now. No, who knew? Back over to you.
Yes, I have another new game that I've been playing. It's called Hot Dogs 2,
The sequel.
also known as Watch Dogs 2.
Oh,
This isn't new, but it's new to me
it's
because
the one
I got
set
it.
in San Francisco. Is that right?
Yes. Epic Game Store gave it away free a while
They
back.
did.
and I
I've
was like,
also
"All right."
got that. I've also
And let me
got
guess,
it.
you haven't played it.
No, I played the demo.
Well, the important.
You
Well, at
are
least we know you have it.
slag.
So all the people who have a scorecard with like, which games does Stu own that he hasn't played?
I know.
they
I've
can
just
mark it
thought of
off.
another one.
Oh, what is it?
Amnesia that I played last week. I haven't played that obviously this
Dude,
week
how about
either.
that? Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Anyway, so Hot Dogs 2 is a game. It's a stealth game, and that's not the way that the ads made it look. So I don't know why, but for a long time I thought of this as like a run around, drive crazy, blow stuff up, chaos simulator. It's not.
Have you
It is
ever
very
played
much
the
a-
original Watch Dogs?
I played it for like half an hour.
Yeah, it's the same.
Spoiler alert, that's about how long I played this one for. It's a lot of it is based on like sneaking around and not getting seen, and like there's so many spots. There's a spot. Okay, So let me tell you what was going on. They're trying to lead me through all the early missions, which, as you all know, in all these games, they're showing you the ropes. Well, I didn't want to do that because I passed by a bridge and it said, like, there's something to explore in this area. And I was like, okay, let's go explore. So I went into, Batman detective mode, whatever the hell they call it in this game. Every game's got this now. Every third-person game has this now.
Yeah, it does.
And, right, so I located, there's something up there. I got to go get it. Okay, cool. So I'm in this construction site, and it's a construction site that's got a lot of men with guns. What are you doing on this construction site that you have all these men with guns?
Because some dodgy's going on, drugs.
Apparently, what are they doing?
Gangs.
Who knows? Who cares?
Something. Some dodgy shit is going down in San Francisco.
Right. So I spent like 10 minutes getting killed like 10 times. I just couldn't figure out what I needed to do. And I thought I was taking down the guards very methodically, and then they would find me, and then 17 people would show up with guns. And
Did you hack all the cameras?
Yeah, but there was nothing to do hacking the cameras. Like
it marks everybody, doesn't it? You can mark everyone once you've hacked the cameras.
Yes, I had people marked, but then I couldn't do anything with them being marked. I could try to get away from them, but I couldn't do it. So whatever. Like I set up a trap over here, and I got one person out with that, and then I used a stun gun on another person, and then I thought I was making progress, and then nope, dead. So eventually I was like, all right, screw that, whatever. I'll go over here and do this other thing. I did some missions that were kind of cute. There was one that was like a Martin Shkreli mission. He's the dude who bought the Wu-Tang album and all that. Anyway, so there was one that was kind of a nod to that, and you were messing with him, and that was kind of fun. But then there was another like side mission where it was like, again, like up on this thing, there was a bag of money or something, like as there is, right? This is Carl Pilkington's world, where down an alleyway, you find a bag of money. And so this dude is like working on this outdoor patio or something. And I'm like, okay, I guess I got to like sneak by him. And then I was like, oh wait, I think I'm going to get caught. And then like, he doesn't even care that you're there. He couldn't care less about the fact that you're sneaking around trying to get this bag of money. And I'm circling the outdoor patio because it's on top of it. And I'm circling, I'm trying to figure out where to grab. Eventually I realize, oh, there's a building over there. Okay, so I climb up on the building over there. There's this like plank that's stretching out over the patio. And I'm like, okay, I got to jump from the plank onto... No, I don't.
Oh, no.
There's no jump from a plank extending over the walkway right near the patio, but I can't jump across it. So apparently, I looked it up online. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? What you're supposed to do is pull out your little car thing, the remote control dealie, and then make it go boop, and it can hop over. And I was like, are you kidding me? Why can't my dude jump 2 feet? It makes no sense. I was riding on my motorbike. I came to a stop, but not completely. So when I got off the car, he's like, I'm getting run over. Like, dude, I was going 1 mile an hour. What are you doing? It wasn't fun. And I reached a point where I was like, you know what? This is so frustrating. And like, I'm supposed to keep sending my little remote control car everywhere instead of going there myself. And I'm like, that's not what I signed up for. Uninstalled.
You see, I'm quite shocked because you usually like Ubisoft games.
Fuck this game. I'm done.
Yeah, but this isn't the standard thing in a Ubisoft game, which is run around, jump on stuff, climb things, and like be very agile. Like Far Cry, your character is very agile. They'll pull a goddamn bullet out of their arm and just keep going. This dude gets wounded mortally if he touches a car that's going 1 mile an hour. And Assassin's Creed, you're leaping from building to building, going over all these things. It's really fun. This game, you can't hop at all. He's got no leap. It's ridiculous.
Well, no, because he's a normal human being.
Yeah, normal human beings can jump a foot.
Yeah, but an Assassin's Creed dude is almost supernatural.
Yeah, I know, but oh God, normal people can't hack, the most dangerous computers in the world.
This dude can.
Make up You're right, Stu. What I'm saying is the superhuman qualities that are on display here in this game are not fun superhuman qualities. And meanwhile, the actual human qualities of being able to jump a foot are not available. And so therefore it just becomes this mishmash of stupid superpowers and lack of normal human powers. And I did not have any fun with it. If you have fun with this, great.
I didn't.
More power to you. You play it.
I
didn't enjoy it. And that's how I feel. And that's what I'm letting people know about Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah, I didn't like the first game. So I'm unlikely to like this one. I think, Chinny, didn't you finish the first one? Didn't you think it was okay?
Yeah, because I finished games.
Yeah, you do.
Did you finish
Whatever.
this one?
I've never played the second one.
Oh,
No.
well.
I finished the first one though. I thought the first one was okay. It wasn't very
Yeah.
good.
No, I remember you saying it was all right.
Yeah, it was fine. It was,
It was
it's just a game where you
alright.
like, I don't know, hack stuff, shoot stuff. It wasn't very average.
Yeah. Well, I'll speak about the last game I have played this very week. And the last game I
Okay.
played is called Ragnarok in VR.
Ooh, it's the end of the world.
It is the end of the world. It felt like the end of the world. It was that good. No, I really like this game. So if you imagine Rock Band drum kit,
Yes.
but on a Viking longboat,
What?
and and the notes coming towards you, played to really weird Euro rock music,
That's
and
really
you've got
strange.
2 giant hammers, and you basically hammer in the drums with obviously the tracks coming down to the drums, and you got to hammer the drums, and it makes your boat go faster. So
That's
basically,
so
what you're
bizarre.
doing is so bizarre. It properly is bizarre, right? But it's a lot of fun. This
Okay.
game is great.
It's like Beat Saber, but like drumming, and you're on a boat.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's more, I'll be honest, it's more like Guitar Hero or Rock Band than it is Beat Saber. Because obviously you've got to do, it's coming down a track like on those games. But what's cool, I mean, they have put so much effort into this game. It comes with 32 tracks. They're all super weird, like heavy metal music or weird Euro rock music that you've never ever heard in your life. I mean, none of these are tracks you're going to recognize. But
Yeah.
that really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because they're all pretty funky. They're all pretty cool. And it's so much fun just beating drums with big hammers in time to the music. And it works. I mean, I was getting pretty good at it. But then I got a bit sweaty and I'm like, oh, I'll play some Resident Evil for a bit because I'll be too sweaty to play it otherwise. But it's got multiplayer. So you can play race against another boat, with your friends. And then what it also does, when you do the same song again on the same difficulty level, it has your ghost boat racing you. So you can, when you're trying to beat your high score, you can obviously see how far in front or behind you are of the last time you did it. It's good. It's like really, really good. And it's about, I think it was $18.99, so it wasn't a crazy amount of money. And it's got custom built, like custom support for custom songs already built in.
Did you buy it, Stu?
Yeah, I bought this.
Why do you spend so much money on the Quest?
I just like the games, man.
Like, you don't buy stuff full price, but on the Quest you just have this.
I know.
But there's no way. There's no other way to play games.
There
on
isn't.
the
There's no
Quest.
other way to buy it.
There's lots of sales and cheap things.
I know,
especially if you're going to go to
but, like,
G2A.
There are sales.
I thought like the
dodgy.
stew in him would be like, well, I'm not going to buy it then if it's going to be that much. But he just,
Do you know what?
His weakness is
It's
the Quest.
different when it's VR. It's the sunken cost fallacy. He's
is,
got to
it
get
is.
value from this helmet
It
he
is.
spent $700
Do you know?
on.
Do you know what the weakness is though? My biggest weakness with the Quest is every now and again, if you haven't bought a game for a while, they send you a 30% off voucher, and they go buy a game from the store, get 30% off.
I've never,
I'm like, oh.
I've never felt.
I've had 3 of those, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get, and I have to buy a game. So I think, right, what did I not
Wow.
buy because I thought it was too expensive, and then I'll go and
They've
buy
got
it.
you, Stu.
They've got me, man.
Mark
They've totally got
Zuckerberg
me.
is pissing himself.
He
at
has
you.
fucking got me.
Hello,
Do you know-
and welcome to Matter. This is where I'm going to put my finger up Stu's
Yeah.
bottom.
It is true. It is true. Do you know what's really good about this game though? And I did think that it just wouldn't work because of this. Is obviously you're not really hitting anything, are you? Just swiping your hand in thin air. The vibrate is just perfect because it really does feel like you've hit something solid. They've done such a great job of just the feedback off the controller.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, that literally feels like I just hit something.
Yeah, you'd need to, wouldn't you?
Yeah, defo, because it's like you're supposed to be hitting drums, but it's really is perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna play quite because I need to get fit again, as you know, and I fancied something different than Beat Saber. I'm like, I need a new like rhythm action game that's going to make me get like work up a sweat. And
That's a pretty specific ask for a video game.
Yeah. Well, that's VR for you, I guess. And this kind of scratches that itch. And like I say, I think because it is so different, there's no electronic music in this. It's literally all rock music. It does feel different to all those other games that are out there.
Yeah.
So like Synth Riders, etc. You know, Beat Saber, and you know, Pistol Whip. You know, there's a lot of these types of games, but this one, Pistol Whip. This game seems to like differentiate itself just purely because, well, the aesthetics for one, because it's just ridiculous, and the music choices, and it works. It's good. Give it a go. It's worth it. I want to play some multiplayer with someone. I want to race my boat against other people. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, so if you get it, Ragnarok, shout me up and we'll have a race. Beat your ass because I'm good at this already. No, I'm not that good, really.
Careful. Last time you did a challenge like that, we played DJ Hero, and I don't believe you ended up the victor in that.
I thought you did. I beat your ass.
I'm not trying to bring up old stuff. No, you definitely did not.
Definitely beat you. That seems such a long time ago.
Yes. Well, it was a long time ago.
It is a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, get it. Give me a shout. Let's play some games. Let's do it.
Yes.
Right, that's it. I'm done. Duke,
right.
back over to you.
I got one more. Yeah, I got one more called Lineway because the game... I can't remember what the one was. The 3D Minesweeper called 3D Minecraft. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, I was like, have they made any other games? Because I'll bet they're good. And so they have one other one called Lineway. And Chinny, you are going to love this game. This is like right up your alley. No, it's not. This is a very, very basic game. It's actually amazing that they charge any money for this because this is the type of thing that you would find for free on the Apple Store, and there's not much free on the Apple Store. But anyway, it's a very basic game. It's just a grid of squares, and you have to find. They give you a starting point, and you have to find the path using just one line all the way through all the squares.
Jesus Christ!
So yeah, I know it's not amazing. I mean, whatever, it's fun enough, but it's just very basic, and they came a long way with a 3D Minesweeper. So, yeah, I mean, you know, whatever. Like it's satisfying my puzzle game itch, but it's very, very basic. And
now, do you know what though? I'm looking at this now, thinking, no, I can see this being quite fun. Trying to work out.
I mean, there's certain things you learn very quickly, which is when there's a leg that's just one, you got to end with that. Because you can't go in and come out.
It's basically like
it's like Snake in reverse.
Yeah, it is. It's like that thing Chinny like. What was that thing IO or whatever it is? It's that free browser game where you had to eat all the other worms.
Yeah,
Itch.io. It's a bit like that. You're not allowed to like go into yourself, are you?
Right. So I mean, whatever. Like it's kind of cute.
This guy's an idiot. By the way, playing this, I've already figured it out.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's
Chinny, you should play this game and show him how it's done.
Nope. I don't think Chinny would like it.
I don't think Chinny would like it either. Yeah, I guess there's not a lot else to say about that game. So
not much else to say.
So in that case, let's do some. I've got news, people. There is some news.
Stu's got news.
I have got news this week.
Stu's news.
Putting news first.
Okay, you ready? Stand by your beds. Here we go.
Stand by for action.
Sony, this is supposedly a true thing.
Okay.
But Sony is using jumbo jets, right? Filling them up with PS5s and airlifting them. Airlifting. It sounds like they've got these massive pallets that they're lifting up into the air. Airlifting PS5s by jumbo jet into the UK to meet demand for Christmas.
Wow.
What? So they're shipping PS5s by plane. Why the fuck is this news? What are you talking about?
I'm like, has nobody moved stuff with a plane before?
You chose to mention this on the show.
No,
you clearly think it's important.
Because it just seems ridiculous.
There was a news story that wasn't really very interesting. Check this out, guys.
Apparently, there were 3 jumbo jets full of consoles, and they've arrived in the UK over the last week with another 2 planned before the middle of November. Each jet can carry 50 pallets of consoles, which require 12 articulated lorries to distribute from Heathrow around the UK. But apparently, they'll still never meet demand. You're still never going to get one. You know, you might do if you're really, really lucky. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I'll believe it. If there's if there's like an excess amounts of PS5s at Christmas, I will show my ass. Here's a good one. I like this. This is a really cool thing.
Okay.
As we know,
It'll not be about video game consoles on planes.
No, it isn't. As we know, Forza Horizon 5 is already out for early purchasers.
Is it?
People. It is. Forza Horizon 5 for everyone else will be next week.
Is it?
Next week. But
where's that one set?
Mexico. But here's the cool thing.
What's the
in
cool
the
thing?
accessibility options, you will be able to choose a signer. So, like, you know, when you watch a TV show with a sign language person, she'll appear at the bottom of the screen and sign whilst you're playing the game if you're deaf.
That's cool. I'm all for that.
Isn't that brilliant? That's great. Not as crazy as something else I found out, which I didn't even know. You know the VR game Moss with the little mouse?
No.
There's a game called Moss, and it has a mouse.
We don't keep up with the VR game news as much as you do, Stu. You're gonna have
to... it's a very highly rated VR puzzle game with a little mouse in it, and in the accessibility options in that game, if you turn on signing, the actual mouse does sign language in the game.
Okay, cool.
Which is super, super cool, and I just feel like more and more games should have this stuff. You know, especially story-driven games. Because, like, I mean, Forza Horizon 5, it's cool, but I'll be honest, it's not much.
Is that really a big part of the game?
Yeah, it's not really a big part of the game, although it's still cool because it obviously all these...
I mean, it's cool, yeah. It's hopefully it's groundbreaking. Hopefully other games will do the same thing.
And it's better than... It's more cool than subtitles, isn't it? Because everyone can have subtitles in the game.
Most deaf people I know prefer subtitles to
I just realized, like, what is the fucking point of this?
You know what the point of it is, Duke?
So they can go, look at what we're doing to be more
so they can say they're doing it, the option is nice.
It is.
I mean,
it sounds
cool, but then I thought about it for 3 seconds about, like, which would I rather have, and I just realized, like,
they always use subtitles. It's always better.
The reason that they have signers at, like, public events and stuff, correct me if I'm wrong, is because the AI that automatically transcribes things into subtitles isn't very advanced yet.
And also a nightmare to operate, and
That's true. But it's still cool anyway, regardless. I like
the signers they have at rap concerts. I think they're fun.
Well, yeah, they get into it.
They get really into it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. And I mean, here's the one thing I will say, and I don't know anything about this, Chinny. You would have more to say about it than I would. But when I heard an interview with Riz Ahmed, he was preparing for a role as a heavy metal drummer who goes deaf, and he learned American Sign Language. And it was an experience that taught him that his tutors said that he was really stiff and didn't move enough. And apparently they said that was a big part of how they communicated was through, like, not just the hands, but like through their whole bodies. Yeah, exactly. So that, I think, is a very interesting element of it. And I kind of want to learn ASL for that reason, to see how the physicality of speaking is a thing. But I don't think that's going to be a huge element.
We have to do... one of our productions is Deaf Fest. So Wolverhampton hosts...
It's a big festival for Def Leppard, the band.
Yeah, hosts a festival for deaf people. And it's a global event, right?
Wow, nice.
And so we have to... They didn't do it this year, so they did a sort of like a episodic thing. And... Yeah. We set up a studio and filmed it, and we had to ask the question, right? Do we have to record any audio? I know it's silly, but we have to ask the question. Obviously, they said no, so we were like, this was like the easiest thing in the world to film because we just plugged all the cameras down.
You only have to do half the work you usually have to do.
And me and Tom were just talking to each other. So what we doing later? Like, you know, no one can hear us. Like, we're the only people in the room that can like hear. And the interpreter as well. And we was talking to the interpreter, and it was just great. But then the interpreter said something because they had a host, and this host was a deaf actor, so he's on IMDb and all this sort of stuff.
Okay.
And he's a deaf actor, and she said he signs so well, And I was like, what are the other ones not doing? Because they're all...
Well, there's that dude in South Africa when it was a Mandela's funeral who like was just making up shit.
No, but he and she says like he doesn't use English to sign. I was like, what are you talking about? You insane bastard.
Forms of
Um,
language, yeah.
So basically, lazy signing is spelling things out, right?
Yeah.
So when I don't know how to do a word, I'll spell it out, right? And it's a really lazy, or I'll mouth it and put the first word. So if I said like sugar, I'd put S, and I'd say sugar, and then the deaf person would probably understand what I'm trying to say. I actually don't know what the sign is for sugar, so that's a good example. And but this person doesn't do that. He doesn't do any. It's pure BSL. It's pure sign language. So no lazy shortcuts. And and she said it's kind of like an accent. Like he's just got a really clear, well-spoken accent, but a deaf version of that. And I never thought about that. That was very cool.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
But then you look at him, and he is really expressive. And he's when I actually started to look for it, I was like, oh yeah, he doesn't do any sort of. I can't. For me, it was harder to understand him than it was to understand Jack, who I know who's deaf. And like I can understand Jack, but he's not as pure as he is. I don't know. It's a weird sort of thing to say, but yeah, it's a strange thing. There you go. But at this Deaf Fest, they've got dancers, they've got artists, poets, rappers, all creative businesses. They're all deaf, and they all have a stand, and they all show off what they've been doing. And I'm just wandering around going, I haven't done any of this, and I can hear. So I've got no excuse.
You haven't.
I'm just
no excuse at all.
I'm just a bum.
Now I don't know whether I mentioned this last week, Duke, but I've got some quite exciting news for you.
Okay, go on. I'm listening.
You, in particular.
Yes.
Now, as you remember, there was a game called Bright Memory.
I do remember that. It was a good
free
first-person
demo
shooter
type thing.
Jumping around, different skills.
Well, did you know they did announce the actual release date for the full game?
I did not.
Which
When's
you
it coming
get
out?
free upgrade.
That's right, I do get it. Yeah,
you get a free upgrade for this here game.
I don't think it was a free game originally. I think it was very cheap. But
no,
if you
had
bought
to pay.
It
was about £3 or something, wasn't it?
Right,
right.
But then you get the whole game when it comes out.
Yeah, the whole game, which is on November the 11th.
Oh my God, it's almost out. I better hurry up and finish Far Cry 4 then.
I know. Next week, Bright Memory Infinite is out.
Okay.
The full game.
I probably won't play it right when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I probably will for a bit.
You won't finish it.
No, I won't finish it. I'll play for a bit. Playing for a bit.
Yeah, why? Because you're a dirty slut.
I am a dirty slut. I just play whatever. And then there's only a little bit of news. I don't know whether I mentioned this last week because I put it in the news and I don't think we did any in the end. But Beat Saber has passed $100 million in revenue on the Quest.
That's a lot of money.
Didn't mention it last week.
There's a lot of cash. I thought I might have done. Possibly did. If you've heard it already, tough shit. You've heard it again. $100 million, man. It's fucking a lot of money. I know, and that's it. Believe it or not, that's it for the news.
That's it, people.
Thank
you for attending our news segment.
Snoozy. Yeah. There you go. New name for the segment. Okay, we have got one email.
Ooh, we got an email.
Email.
Whoa, that ruled.
Yeah, it did. So, one and only proper email, because we have got a quiz. We've got a part 2 of the Halloween quiz, believe it or not.
Goodness.
He's actually given us clues this time, as well as the sound clip, which might make it slightly easier for us.
That might help.
Yeah, it might help. So. He's obviously learned what happened last week and applied it this week. But anyway, here's the email we have got. It's off Jacinta, of course.
Yay, Jacinta.
Our much more regular emailer.
Her name is Jacinta.
And she says it's nerd stuff, which is perfect because that's what we are. We're a podcast and we're nerds. So, it's fine. And she says, "Hey guys."
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
So, I've bought an Xbox Series S.
Oh.
Okay.
Not
see.
so much because of the new generation hype, but because I wanted an Xbox upstairs for when Elliot is asleep. I like the way you're
Okay.
thinking here. I'm liking this.
Yeah, why not?
Even a second-hand basic Xbox One is still around $250 here, whereas a Series S is around $500. And I had a $100 gift voucher. See, I can see where this is going. Originally, I had planned to wait and get a Series X when they were cheaper and, in stock, because that's the other problem with any of the new consoles. But my recent switch to a consistent gamer tag means I can buy digital games and stop being such a Luddite. Fuck getting up to change discs. Am I right?
Am I right?
Yeah.
You know what? Just Game Pass, man. Who needs to buy any games? You don't need to buy any games. What's the matter with you? Lately, I've been playing some remastered classics from the 360 era that I never finished at the time, and I've had a huge realization.
What's that?
360 era is the best.
Field of view and frame rates really do matter.
Yes.
Really do matter. I've been struggling to get through the remastered Borderlands Game of the Year, and I couldn't put my finger on why. I like the game. The gunplay is fine. Everything is great, but I just struggle to play for more than 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah, it's fine.
I've tried changing the field of view from 70 to 80, and there was a big improvement. Though on the original Xbox One, I was still getting frame rate issues and even some screen tearing. Or tearing, even. That's me saying tear because I read it. Screen tearing. Screen tearing. Cut to playing on the Series S, and it's fine. I've got the good field of view with the good frame rate. I can play for ages without wanting to stop. So I wondered if other games from this era also have low field of view. It turns out, yep. Many of the games I struggled through, like Skyrim, BioShock, have a really low default field of view, which can cause motion sickness, as can a low frame rate.
Yeah.
Because she mentioned this before, doesn't she, that she really struggles in first-person games because of the motion sickness. I've never ever suffered from this, so I have nothing to compare it to. I don't relate to it. It's difficult for me to understand how it works, but there you go. So now I have a Series S upstairs connected to a 1080p TV and an original old one downstairs connected to my 4K TV, because you know what? While field of view and frame rates matter to me, resolution does not. I honestly can't tell the difference between 1080p and 4K. Ditto to 60 frames a second versus 120 frames per second. Playing with 30 frames per second is painful, but anything above 60 frames per second looks the same to me.
I'm just not really that fussed about any of it.
The only thing I would say, right, and this is true. Okay, it's totally true.
What's true? Go ahead.
As you know, during COVID, we was like, fuck it, we're gonna buy a really expensive like OLED TV.
Yes.
So we have a really expensive OLED sort of 4K fucking HDR10, Dolby Vision, all that bollocks and all that shit. I've got to say, stuff like Toy Story and Coco and all the Disney Plus stuff in Dolby Vision looks fucking phenomenal on it.
Okay.
The difference between that and just a bog standard 1080p.
It's a lot of psychosomatic stuff. You would not be able to tell if they were next to each other.
If they were next to each other, it would be like night and day.
I'm okay. How about this? If you didn't know, if it was a blind watch test, I think you wouldn't be able to tell.
I'm telling you now, 1,000,000%.
I think there's a lot of I've put a lot of money into this thing. It looks great. God damn it.
Honestly,
I'm convinced it looks amazing.
Honestly, you need to go to a TV
No,
shop.
I don't. I don't ever need to do that. I go to Best Buy. I look at the TVs. I go, they look nice. It looks nice. My TV at home looks nice. Whatever.
It is crazy. So, although I would agree, games, I must admit, playing games in sort of 1080p and 4K with HDR on, it looks, marginally improved.
I mean, look, maybe I just haven't ever had the experience of watching a whole movie with it, but I don't really think it made it. It's a way for them to get you to buy new TVs every year.
It isn't it.
That's
I mean,
all it is. It is a minor adjustment in new quality, and you shell out £2,000.
But she's got a new
every
hat.
year.
I can
She's got a new hat. Exactly.
I can only speak from experience, but the colours are just, you cannot begin to describe what it looks like. It looks phenomenal.
Dump this all into the Chinese river, and let's get the new one.
It looks absolutely phenomenal.
For the audio listeners,
Planet is going to implode any day now.
No,
it looks amazing.
No, whoa.
We need to consume less stuff.
My
kid.
old telly, right? I gave away to a woman I work with, and she has it on her bedroom wall now.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
the
thank God
CRT.
more people have more TVs in their
It's
homes
been
now.
recycled. No, it was quite it was another
That's
Philips
reusing, not
actually. It was just a
recycling.
Philips LCD TV, a 55
Okay,
inch
well, all I'm
one.
saying is the more stuff we have, the more stuff we dump
And,
in rivers and
To be fair,
Uganda and-
it was faulty, and that's the reason I sort of got a new one.
She has
Well,
a
she's-
broken TV on her wall.
No,
now.
it's just got white dots where the fucking LEDs have fallen off. There's about 4 white dots on
You
the
may
screen.
have my cast-off television
No,
that no
I
longer works
gave
very
it her
well.
for free. I didn't charge it. She had it
Right,
for-
you
to
may
me,
have
it.
this.
I told her, I was like, it's got white dots if you're happy with the white. And I said to her, is it all right? Well, it's only in bedroom. I don't watch it.
And it
often.
makes
It's
your eyes crust over.
No, it was just distracting. If there was a white screen
Yes.
like a sky or
Right,
something
we're
really
just
dark,
giving
you
you
could just
shit.
see 'em.
It's
Just
fine.
while
But
you've
it's been
been
recycled anyway.
while
I'm gonna go
while
back to
you
grading
have been
papers.
talking bollocks,
Yeah.
I have been doing some research on whether I can buy an Xbox Series X right now.
And can you?
No.
Only if you get it on a
No,
plane.
No, you can't.
But there is a plane on the way. No, I can buy an Xbox Series S now. And I can get it tomorrow.
Get them anywhere. Yeah, you can get them anywhere.
But I can't get a
It
Series
is weird, isn't it? Yeah, you just
But I
can't.
can't get a
or
PS5.
No. Do you know, I've seen those for sale probably 3 times in the last 3 months. They're like, honestly, they are
You know what though,
literally
Stuart?
so difficult to
I
get
can
hold of.
wait.
Yeah, I'm not bothered. And Kay's not
You've
going to
got
allow
a
me to
Series
get
X
one.
though, haven't you?
I've got a Series S.
S, right.
Yeah, I got a Series S because you can get them anywhere.
Piece of
So,
piss.
Yeah, you just walk down the road, some blokes just selling them on the corner. You know what I mean?
I tripped over one the other day.
I know, you just get someone that I went somewhere the other day and they were wedging the door open with one.
Stu,
You know what I
no
mean?
word of a
Yeah, there you
lie.
go.
No word of a lie. I took a shit the other day. One came out
Yeah.
of my house.
And it wouldn't surprise me.
It was. I don't know where it came from.
Do you know, the door was wedged open and someone jabbed me in the arm with a COVID jab. It just all happened at the
I
same
went to the
time.
dentist the other day and he says you've got something stuck at the back of your wisdom tooth. Pulled it out. It was a fucking Xbox Series S. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Fucking everywhere. They are everywhere.
They're everywhere.
In my opinion, 1080p at
I had an
60
operation, Stu.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you have something lodged in your belly?
Something lodged in my belly. Cut it open. Guess what?
Was it a
It
Series
was the alien
S?
from Alien.
No, it was a kidney stone. It was very serious. actually.
It was a Series X, and you're like, fucking hell, I'm going to get a fortune on eBay.
So he says, I can't take that out. You're going to have to pass that Series S through. Oh, no.
Oh,
Brian?
God. In my opinion, 1080p at 60 frames a second is completely fine. So the
Yes.
Series S is all I need. Well, until the end of the generation end, games get so graphically intense that it struggles even at 1080p. This is true. I even have my PS4 Pro video output set to 1080p to force games like The Last of Us Part 2 that don't have a performance mode option to run at 1080p. Otherwise, it gets too hot and sounds like a small aircraft. I mean, I got a Pro because the original PS4 was so freaking noisy.
Yeah.
And now the Pro sounds like a turbine engine when you run anything on it.
Yeah.
Pissing me off.
I remember my Pro,
Oh my
when
God.
I was playing The Last of Us 2, was definitely feeling it.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Struggling, man.
And
And it
Ghost-
was boiling. So
and
hot on top.
Ghost of Tsushima as well. It was like, oh, what are you
Yeah, I
doing
haven't
here?
tried. You
What
see,
you
I've
doing
got that
here?"
game. I've got that game. I haven't played that yet.
Have you even started it?
No. So I have not even.
It's a great
loaded
game,
that
you
up.
know.
I know. But
I played and finished it.
I know, but I know what's going to happen if I do it. So
What?
I can't. Well, I'll probably not finish it. You know what I'm like. Honestly,
You
fuck
dirty
fo-
slush, you.
fuck 4K. It's stupid.
Yep.
But to be fair, my eyesight
Emphasis
is a
on
bit.
stew.
My eyesight is a bit shit. So she is saying that maybe because her eyes are a bit crap.
No,
It
it's not
maybe
you.
looks
It's not.
better.
Stop doing that. You're
No,
not
no,
the one
better.
to blame.
Just said to you,
It's
she's
garbage.
going-
It's nonsense.
4K shit, and then she's like, but my eyesight's
Maybe it's
crap.
not that
She's
shit.
she's saying her eyesight's crap, but then what she doesn't realise is she's not even typing on a keyboard. She's typing on a toaster. So
That's it.
It's
The only
amazing that we
thing-
got it as an email.
I
That's
don't
pretty
know
good
if we still got it.
Here's the weird thing though, right? With Dolby Vision
People
and
shelling out thousands of pounds for nonsense. That is weird.
and HDR 10.
I think there should be more
right,
waste.
which is the other one. Here's the weird thing, right? Coco, Toy Story, any of those Pixar animation films look fucking incredible in HDR, right?
got
in
it, Frank.
Dolby Vision, whatever.
Yes.
Normal live
I'm a
action.
36-year-old man. Why am I watching these fucking movies?
Yeah,
Because
live
they're the
ac-
only ones where you can tell the difference.
the only ones that look amazing. Live action movies, right? So normal acting and all that kind of stuff. And
Yes,
people,
right. Where
People.
every frame's not rendered by a computer. Yeah, we got
I
it.
find look a bit weird.
Of course. 'cause
It
doesn't matter.
looks like sometimes when you watch it, it looks like somebody filming a film. If that
Okay.
makes sense to you, Chinny, because it might make more sense to you than
I know
Duke.
what you
I don't
picked
know.
on me. That was just.
Oh, you do films and
Because
shit.
you do video production for a living.
It almost
so
looks
you
like
know
you're
what the hell
looking
he's talking about.
at a movie set and not a real place.
Well, you are
And I
looking at
know,
a movie set.
no, I know,
the-
but in most films, it doesn't look like a movie set.
So what you're saying is that when the resolution gets high enough, you
Yeah.
can see the difference between a fake place and a real place.
Yes, I mean,
And so
I
therefore,
watched-
maybe we shouldn't be filming everything in such incredibly high definition. Maybe it's backfiring on us.
I watched, right, when I was a kid watching Star Wars, right, I thought it looked fucking incredible, right, as a
Of
kid,
course, because you didn't have a standard for it.
right? And obviously everything looks a bit grainy and a bit blurry, right, doesn't it? You know, when you watch it. You can watch it
Fine.
on Disney Plus in 4K Dolby Vision.
Yes.
It looks shit. Like the spaceship thing at the beginning looks like Blake 7, right? Which was this really terrible sci-fi show in the 80s in the UK.
You know what we need? We need 4K for these webcams so you can see my combos, pretzel snacks coming at you.
And I do. This is honestly a thing. I
Still
do
better than Star Wars.
genuinely
Right.
believe that some things should just be left as they are.
Of course. But how are
Just
they going to
leave it
get you to
left as
buy
they
the
are.
movie over and over again?
But you don't, because it's part of your subscription, so you're not actually.
How are you going to stay subscribed to Disney Plus?
Because you keep bringing out new movies.
No. You just keep remaking the same bullshit.
Okay.
It's got a
Anyway,
new hat.
there is
What
a
part of it's
question.
got a new hat? Don't
Oh
you
my
understand,
God.
Stuart?
Why
There is a
don't you have that as a
question.
clip, Duke? That's like coming up every week.
Yeah, that's a good question.
There is a question. Are you ready for the question?
Yeah.
What's the most important to you guys? Resolution, frame rates, or cranking up the fancy graphics?
Frame
rate.
rate is always.
Yeah, even me, right? Even me would say frame rate, because there is nothing worse than when a game's hitching
played-
or stuttering or oh my
You know
god.
the God of War.
She's got a new hat.
There you go.
You happy?
You know the God of War game.
Yes.
What's it?
I do
What's
know
the
the
name
God
of
of
it?
War game.
God of War.
God of War.
God of War.
The one on the PS4. That one.
You know that Call of Duty game?
Yeah.
Call of Duty?
There was the option on there. That was the first time I sort of played with that option where it goes, do you want it to be 30 frames but it's going to look amazing, or do you want it to be 60 frames? This is the voice on the menu. Do you want it
Is
to
that what
be
he says?
60 frames but it's not going to look as good? At the moment, let me just
This
check.
is Dufresne's.
At the moment, right, you've got it on 60 and it doesn't look as
She's got a
good.
new hat.
And then I said, but it does look good. No, yeah, but you could make it look better. All right, make it look better.
It could look
But
a lot
now-
better.
Now it plays like shit. I'm like, oh, and I remember playing it for like 10 seconds going, this is fucking awful. I'm not playing it like this. Take me back to 60 frames. Thank you.
There you
So-
go. There you go. Yeah, no, I agree. Frame
the
rate
payoff, the
is
payoff
the most
for
important.
resolution isn't really very good. Like, when the game looks so good anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
looks-
sometimes you watch these comparison videos and they just look barely any different, and I'm like,
Yes, that's what I was just saying.
yeah, it's just ridiculous.
I mean,
Frame
I wish
rate.
Duke would bring it up.
I know. Bring it up, dude. Kind regards.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Kind regards, Jacinta. So there you go. Thank you.
Yay, thank you, Jacinta. Appreciate you writing in.
But she's got a new hat.
She has. Got a new hat.
Asking
Anyway,
me to get that.
it's time for part 2 of the Halloween quiz. I know it's not Halloween anymore, but fuck it.
It's time for the quiz. It's time for the quiz.
Time
We
for more
play the
combo
shitty sound
snacks.
when it's time for the quiz.
Anyway, here we go.
This is in regular definition. This is in high def. Whoa.
Whoa. Impressive. God,
Yeah.
actually, I thought it was coming out of the screen then. It was like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 3D, man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, are we ready for the quiz?
I guess we're gonna bomb it like we did last week. I think.
Here we go. It's called the Leftover Halloween Candy Quiz.
Oh, these were the ones that were not worthwhile to include last week, so they're gonna be even more niche and hard to get. Or he feels bad for us, and he's giving us a bunch of pity questions so that we can get some points and try to feel artificially better.
Maybe
I don't need your sloppy junk.
Look, I'm happy with it. Just accept it.
I am too. Thank you very much, Derek. You're a very good person.
Scream
We love you.
and scream again.
Okay.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back to your emails, veteran gamers, I've resurrected last week's Halloween Spooktacular quiz. But just like all good horror monsters, the quiz has been resurrected in a different and more diabolical form.
What?
When I sent the quiz last week in double Speakpipe format, I honestly thought Antonio was going to be on the show, but he must have been off doing Halloweeny stuff. It was harder than I thought to get, well, you know, clean audio clips without recognizable music cues playing. So this
Also,
was...
sorry, hang on a second. I just
Hang
to
on,
let you know,
hang on,
I don't know.
hang
I
on.
guess Derek doesn't realize Antonio is not a regular host. Like he comes and guest hosts sometimes, but like is he talking about he thought Antonio would be in the chat?
I think we meant no. Did we not mention Antonio was going to come on for the Halloween quiz? I don't know. We might have done.
I don't remember that. But,
It's possible.
I forget a lot of things, so
I
you know,
say
who
a lot
knows?
of things, so I forget stuff too. I'm old.
Yeah.
We're old. So this quiz will be in email format with the answers only by Speakpipe. Here are the targets as before. So let's see if you can get up to at least the rank of Fearless Fellows. Who you
Seems very unlikely.
So, well, I think we should do. Here we go. So 1 to 5 points is Cowardly Custards.
Yeah.
6 to 8 points is Fearless Fellows. So it's only second tier. We should be able to do this, surely. 9 or 10 points is Paranormal Princes, and 11 to 13 points is Ghost Busting Gods. One final thing, I will proceed each clue with the format involved: TV, movie, or game. Just name them for the point. Let the carnage begin. Are you both ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay,
Yep.
Here we go. Question number 1 is from the TV. It's a TV question.
Okay. Ready?
Do you remember the bent neck lady?
What?
So this is a horror TV show, I guess, with a lady with a bent neck.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. Are the answers on the Speakpipe? Oh, that's
Yes.
the quiz answers. I see it
Yes.
says here quiz answers on the
It
Speakpipe. I thought
does.
they were getting more sound clips. Okay, so I have to pay
No,
attention
no
to what
sound
Stu
clips.
is saying? Oh,
You
man.
just paid attention to the actual email I just read out, and you
Neck,
might know.
bent neck lady. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Do you remember the bent neck lady?
Are you talking about, is it The Ring? Isn't that a bent neck lady in that?
Yeah, that's not a TV show, is it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what they've made TV shows out of.
It's not a TV show.
Look, there's nothing in this combo. You can see right through it.
Chinny, any ideas? Do you remember the bent neck lady?
Do we know it's a TV show?
Yeah, it's proceeded with what the format is. So this says TV.
If only you had said it 4 times.
I know, 5 times now. TV. Do you remember the bent neck lady?
Do you remember?
What's a feature?
The bent neck lady.
What's a feature of this lady?
Her neck is bent.
Right.
I'm
And
trying
what
to
gender
think of
is
it.
Wait a
this
minute.
person?
Didn't Carl Pilkington talk about a bent neck lady with the rain went down her back or something? This is a Carl Pilkington episode. That should be the
Oh, there
name.
you go.
Carl Pilkington.
I don't know
There you
the
go. That's
answers,
definitely
Stu.
a horror show. I have
Yeah,
no
I have no
idea.
idea about
I
no
really
horror
no
show.
idea.
Bent neck.
I'm gonna have
say
a guess.
The House on the Haunted Hill.
No, I'm gonna guess at the Twilight Zone.
I want to
She's
say
got
House on the
a bent
Haunted
neck
Hill.
and a new hat.
I want
or
to say
Hammer
House on the
House.
Haunted Hill.
Hammer House of Horror
House
is
of
the
I'm
other.
gonna say
Horror.
Simpsons.
No,
All right,
I'm
I guess
gonna
we
have
got
to
to
get
find out on this Speakpipe what the answer is. Here we go.
Okay, here are the answers to the leftover Halloween candy quiz. Number 1. The Haunting of Hill.
Oh yes, that's the
Oh,
one. That's the one.
snap! Chinny wins.
Ginny, well
yes.
done.
Yeah.
Good guess. See, I never.
I think we need to come to an agreement on an answer, because otherwise we can each say things and then one of them's
No,
right.
we get
and then
3
we
goes
get
at
a
it.
point.
Yeah, we got 3 goes. We got 3 of us. We all have a go.
Okay.
One of us
Fair
might be
enough.
I
right. Here
remember
we
that.
go.
I remember that bit. Yeah. That was a good show.
Question number 2 is a movie.
All right. Do we know what kind of show it is?
It's it's a movie. You're going to have to sleep sometime, McCready. I'm a real
Freddy
life
Krueger?
sleeper, child. Yeah,
Freddy
it's
Krueger?
Nightmare on Elm Street. This isn't it? The first one, I think. I'm gonna go first.
Did
one,
you know
Nightmare
in
on
the
Elm
background of Nightmare on Elm Street, there's a Xbox Series S?
Street? There is.
Did you
I know.
They're
That is-
everywhere.
Someone had travelled back in time and
I
stuck
get it.
one on the
Yeah,
set.
That's how.
Someone had
Gonna
travelled
go back in time.
Back in time.
Number 2. The Thing.
Oh.
Well, I guess
Oh.
not.
See, we're all just shit at this
Way to
quiz.
go, Dingleberry.
I hate horror.
I do. I should have got that. I have seen the thing many times.
I haven't seen it. So.
What? What? Question number 3 is another TV show.
Okay.
TV
When
show.
did,
Are
when
you
did this
ready?
movie come out, though?
I know. I'm good. Oh God.
Who read
I'm
this audio book?
I know what this is, though. I know what it is.
Well, read it then.
Go
you
ahead. Let's hear it.
bastard.
Just
I'm
let's just say
gonna-
we got it
I'll
right.
even say it how he says it, kind of. Here we go.
Okay. Say
I'm
it how
gonna-
he says it.
I'm gonna beat the holy hell out of one of you. This here is Lucille.
Is it Lucille?
Do you
The
not know
Adventures
what
Is
of
it
this
Arrested?
Lucille?
I think it's Arrested Development.
You
Lucille.
You don't know what this is?
Is it the
It's some
Adventures
baseball bat, I assume. I don't know what.
It is a baseball
Texas Chainsaw
bat.
Massacre
It's a TV show.
TV show.
It's
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, it's the Walking
Fred-
Dead. It's
is
the
it Friends?
Walking
Oh, okay.
Dead.
Is it
Fair
Friends?
enough.
Um,
The Simpsons.
and it's God, just a minute, because I reckon I could get an extra point here if he lets us
Yeah.
have it for
It's
God, what's
Negan's
his-
bat, isn't it? It's
Negan.
yeah.
Negan. There you go.
There you go.
Negan's baseball bat.
Yeah.
Good job, Chinny. Way to go.
Surely
on
that's
that
worth
one.
2
I got
points.
the answer.
Number 3. The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. Hey, we've got a point though. We have a point.
No, we got 2 points because Chinny got the house.
Oh, he
Hill.
did. He got a house on the haunted hill. He did.
Oh, you can't even keep track
Yeah,
of how
he
many points we
did.
got.
Fuck
Sorry,
all
I
you
don't know.
bitches.
You do this. The next one is yet another TV show. Are you ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Well, next time bring your wife. I'd love to have you both for dinner.
Hannibal, I assume.
I can only think that's
Is that
But that's the same line as at the end of Silence of the Lambs, so it'd be really
Yeah,
lazy
it's
if they
Hannibal.
just recycled it.
to me it sounds like Peppa Pig. Is it Peppa Pig?
No, I think Jim will fix it. I can have you and your wife for dinner and
Is
eat
it
your face.
Bob the Builder?
It's
Is it Bob
Thomas the Tank Engine.
the Builder?
Yeah. Let's see
Yeah.
what it really is, if I'm right.
Number 4. Hannibal.
Oh,
I
so
love that
lazy.
TV.
What are you doing?
I love
Pathetic.
that TV show. It's awesome.
That's fine, but they
I
need
was-
to have better writing.
I was so sad when it finished. And I've got to say, Mads Mikkelsen, I thought was absolutely the best Hannibal. Got to say it. I think he just
I don't know.
he
I
personified.
mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't say, but no. I mean, no one's ever going to beat.
Oh, I
What's
don't
his
know.
name?
You've got to see what was so cool about Mads Mikkelsen playing him, and I know this isn't part of the character, but kind of is. He has this Rolodex with all the recipes in for people,
Okay.
but they're all in really carefully done, like calligraphy handwriting. You know, like proper cool. He's just brilliant. He just plays him brilliantly. Anyway, we're moving on, and that's another point, by the way. Another point.
Yes,
Question
it
number
is. We got
5. Question number 5. We're
All
going to
right, let's
definitely
do
get
it.
another point here, can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house
3 Little
down.
Pigs.
Here's Johnny.
Little Pigs.
Oh.
Come on, you know
This is Boom Blocks for the Wii.
Oh, there you go.
Boom Blocks.
No, it's a movie, dingus. It's obviously
Oh.
the Santa Claus.
Oh yeah. This is Cool Runnings. Cool Runnings.
It is cool.
It's the three ninjas.
It's that famous scene in Cool Runnings where he smacks the door with an axe.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson in
It's
Cool
Jack Nicholson.
Runnings.
Number 5.
In Shining, we better say it. We
Oh,
better
yeah, The
say it. No
Shining.
one said it.
Shining.
Oh yeah.
But we all knew it. We definitely
In the
knew
book,
Yeah.
they don't kill the caretaker, but in the
Peppa
movie,
Pig.
they do.
Oh, well, there's a lot of things
What?
in the book that are different from the movie. That's
Also,
why
the
Stephen
book
King
is
hated it.
shit.
that. I like the book. I think the book's better than the film.
Nah.
It is. Anyway, question number 6 is a game. Is a game. Are you
Okay,
ready?
Peppa Pig.
Just up ahead is a village. I'll go and have a look at. I'll tell you how it probably was.
I
in
assume
the
Resident
game
Evil
again.
4.
It's got to be Resident Evil, isn't it?
I'll go and have a look around. We'll stay and watch the car. Don't want to get any parking tickets in the middle of nowhere here in like nowhere.
Raccoon City.
Actually, it's not what they say. Just about as a village. I'll go and have a look around. We'll stay and watch the car. Don't want to get any parking tickets.
Is it Resident Evil? Do we
I have
think?
no idea.
I
think
feel
it's
like
probably
it could be Resident Evil 4, but I don't think that happens at the beginning of the game. I don't think it is. I don't think it is that. I've just played it recently and I don't remember that dialogue, although could be. Could be, I don't know. Let's just go for that because I can't think what else it could be. I don't know how they get a parking ticket though, where it is.
Number 6. Resident Evil 4.
Hey, look at that.
There
Nailed
it is. There it is.
You're shit.
Well, do you look? Since when do you take
You're
notice
playing
of
this game
cutscenes?
now. What are you doing?
I take
Well,
notice.
You can't focus. All I can think about is I wish I was on a Norwegian ship with some hammers in my hand.
I take notice
You've
of
got to have
games
to
that
say-
I play, Stu, and you're just
I know,
banging
I
on about how
played
much you love this
fat
game.
weird.
and
I
you're
only,
like,
I only saw this cutscene a week ago.
you.
I think it's to don't want to get any parking tickets. That threw me because they're literally in the middle of nowhere. No one's going to give
It's in the middle of this village.
Who's going to give them a fucking parking? I'm the
talking about?
police. They're the police. Who's going to give them a parking
I know,
ticket?
yeah, that's what threw me.
Number 7. Well, it is Japanese. What are you expecting? 7. Another game.
You just made an assumption that all Japanese people are stupid. Is that
No,
not-
Japanese dialogue is always
Why are you being
stupid.
so racist, Stuart?
Yeah, 7. No, is there another game? Are you ready?
Okay,
Yes,
video
Peppa
game.
Pig.
Video game.
Okay.
I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
Deadly Premonition.
Yeah, it is Deadly Premonition.
Is it really?
I think it is, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
I think
don't
it is.
remember anything about that.
Number 7.
Okay.
Alan Wake.
Alan
Oh,
Wake.
no,
Oh, damn. I
Yeah,
knew it
I
was a
keep-
dumb game.
I'm convinced that there's going to be a Deadly Premonition question. So every time something sounds remotely
Well,
like
that
it,
would
I
be
think,
a
oh, yeah,
freebie,
definitely
wouldn't
is.
That would be if we were doing a comedy section.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Question number 8 is a TV show.
Okay.
I like this format better, by the way. Can I just say? I
Yeah,
like this format.
easy
Hey, Duchess.
questions.
Yeah. Here we go. TV show. Pablo.
Hang
I'm
on a
gonna
second.
tell-
Look at this broccoli we got.
Oh God.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
Jesus
Major
Christ.
broccoli. Woo!
That is a big
Crazy.
piece of that is a big piece of broccoli.
On November 7th.
That's like your brain, Duke.
Yeah.
Why, it's like my brain. Why is it like
That's
my
what your brain probably looks like. A piece
Okay.
of broccoli.
Yeah.
So
Broccoli's
weird.
awful.
So weird. Oh,
Yeah.
she's throwing broccoli around the room.
There you go.
Ridiculous.
Perfect. Right, are you ready? Here is the next
Yes,
question.
we're ready.
Here
Go
we go. TV,
TV show.
Right. Pablo, I'm going to tell you something I've never told anyone. 30 years ago, my friends and I spent the night at a cabin. We found the Necronomicon Nex Mortis.
Well, that sounds like Evil
The
Dead,
book.
but
of the Dead. There
They
is
have
an
a
Evil
TV
Dead
show,
T-
Evil
there is
Dead?
an there is an Evil Dead
oh,
TV
okay.
show.
Well, then
yeah.
that would be it, wouldn't it?
I think it's called Ash.
Fatu,
Is it called
Verata.
Ash? I think it might be called Ash.
I don't know what it's called. Let's just
I
go
think
with
it's
that.
Evil Dead, Ash, whatever.
Okay. So that's what we're going with, though. I don't know if anybody had a
Yeah.
better
No,
option.
there isn't
All right, let's
anything.
see.
Number 8. Ash versus Evil Dead.
Oh,
Hey,
That'll
there
do.
I
you
was
go.
right
That'll
in the
do.
wrong order.
Yeah, it's a
That'll
good thing
do.
that Stu said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing well. This is a
yeah.
gimme quiz. He just feels bad for
Oh, I
us.
don't know, because if it hadn't been for the fact I've watched the Evil Dead TV show, we'd have still got it, I guess, from the dialogue.
I
But
would have
anyway.
never got that ever.
Number 9 is a movie. It's a movie. Listen to them, the children of the night. What music they make.
I couldn't tell you.
I feel like I know this. Listen to them, the children of the night. What music they make. I feel. Oh, is this not Fright Night?
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
This is definitely Fright Night.
Okay.
I'm going Fright
I don't
Night.
watch horror movies. I don't watch them.
Because I think it's what the chief vampire man says right near the end of the film.
Listen to them.
The children of the
The
night.
children of the night.
What music they
What
make.
music? Who does the bell
It's
toll
just
for?
like that. Right, come on, let's have the answer. Duke.
He's finding the same.
Number 9. Dracula.
Dracula.
Well, shit. Wrong and wrong.
I have seen that, but fuck, you know,
I was
that's
not
a
looking for the sound clip, and you got that question wrong. so
long time ago.
the bell toll for?
I just found.
Although I did know it was a vampire film, so I should get half a point.
No.
No,
that's not how this works, dude. I'll tell you how this works. Here's how this works.
She's got a new hat.
There's how that works.
Number 10. It's a game. You ready? And half
Yes.
the doors on the ship are locked because of the quarantine. Now I have to get to the bridge, but first we got to restart the tram system.
Fucking hell. Sounds like a right Rick
That sounds like
Moran.
Left 4 Dead. I think that's Left 4 Dead, isn't it? We have to restart stuff, and then like it's like, I think it's one of the final fights in one of the Left 4 Dead games.
Could be. That's a good shout. I didn't think of that, but that is a good shout.
I didn't think of that.
That's a good shout.
I was gonna say Dead Space, but I was waiting for some
Could be.
dialogue like.
Yeah, but he doesn't speak to anyone in Dead Space.
I was
or
waiting
two,
for some
does he?
dialogue, something like, "Man, space is really dead out there."
And he doesn't speak at all in Dead Space 1. It's only Dead
He
Space
does in
2,
the
doesn't he?
remake.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'll go with whatever.
I'm going with
Left 4
Duke on
Dead.
this. I think that's quite good.
Left 4 Dead.
Let's
Oh,
see.
Left 4 Dead 2.
Left 4 Dead.
Number 10. Dead Space.
Ah, damn it!
Do you
Why
know
the
what,
hell do you
though?
ever listen to me? Don't listen to
He
me.
said
goddammit.
it.
Yeah, so what? He didn't say that's
He
what we're going
said
with.
it.
You have to give a final answer. You can't just be like, if you are in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you just quickly say all 4 answers. You'd be like, I got it right.
Well, at least he got it. Anyway, question number 11 is a movie.
Dead
It's a movie.
Space.
You ready? It's not as if my mother's a maniac, a raving thing. She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a
I think
little
that's-
mad sometimes, haven't
I think that's-
you?
Probably Psycho.
Yeah, it's got to be Psycho, isn't it?
Chinny, you got a better answer
Dead
that you want to
Space.
insist on?
Dead Space.
Dead Space. Too late,
Dead Space,
Ginny.
the movie.
Too late.
Number 11. Psycho.
Hey!
Yay.
Good thing we didn't
Yeah.
listen to Chinny.
Yeah, it is. Number 12 is another game.
Okay.
Another game. I don't know what happened. I'd like to find out for myself. Have you seen a little girl just turned 7 last month, short black hair? She's my daughter.
Was it?
Well, I mean, that
game?
description of a little girl reminds me of Fear, but
Is it a game? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game.
I'd say Fear. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know what happened. I'd like to find out for myself. Have you seen a little girl? She just turned 7
trying to
last
think.
month.
There's
short
other
black
horror
hair.
games where you got a little girl.
I don't think it is Fear.
Last of Us.
No.
No.
I'm going with Fear.
Turned 7 last month. Sure. Yeah, but she hasn't got short black hair.
She's got shoulder length black hair.
Yeah, it's not short, though.
No, it's not. You're right.
It isn't. I don't think it is that.
Read it
Oh,
again.
Well, give us a
Read
better
it-
answer then.
Read it again.
I don't know what happened. I'd like to find out for myself. Have you seen a little girl just turned 7 last month, short black hair, my daughter?
The age is right. The color of the hair is right.
Well, we can go with it. I can't think of anything
Unless
else.
you have something better.
No, can't think.
All right, here we
Trying to
go.
Think.
Number 12. Silent Hill.
Ah,
Never
crap.
played it. Never played it.
Nope, don't know it.
So I've never played the game. Chinny, did you play Silent Hill?
No. No.
Mm,
That's the one with Raccoon City, right?
No. That's Resident Evil Raccoon
Oh,
City.
okay. Well, no,
Yeah.
then.
Final question, number 13,
Okay.
which is another movie.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Pig.
And I'm the devil. Now kindly undo these straps.
Is that what's that movie with Keanu Reeves?
Well, I did think that because I don't know. I can't think of any other.
Constantine.
Constantine. We'll go with that because I can't think of anything else with someone who.
And Al
says it,
Pacino.
Oh, it's not Thingy, is it?
Or Devil's Advocate.
It's not Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. No,
I'm gonna go with Constantine.
Constantine, let's go with
But
that.
I don't know. I haven't really watched the movie. I watched like 10 minutes of it. It was
unlucky for some, number 13, The Exorcist.
We suck. We got 7. That's the second level, isn't it? At least we got higher than last time.
Did we get 7?
Yes.
I think we got what he said. What
Look,
he predicted.
here's 7.
Fearless fellow, 6 to 8 points.
All right, how about that? You called it. Whoa.
And we could have had
there you
another
go.
one.
Spurt of blood to shoot out her nose. There you go.
Yeah, we could have had another one, I guess. If we'd have gone with Chinny's Dead Space.
Yeah.
But hey, we didn't, so we're screwed. Oh well, you can't win them all. On that note, I think it's time to do some shout outs and get the hell out of here. So I'm gonna go first.
It's time. Go ahead, Stu.
I'm gonna just shout
as soon as
out.
I play this sound clip.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Sorry.
I haven't got a list, but everybody's been doing Extra Life this weekend.
Yay, Extra Life!
So huge shout out to everybody who's raising money for kids.
Him, Greg.
Yeah, go on, you do it. You do it. Go.
I don't know. That's all I know.
Real Defoe.
Didn't the Seal podcast do like a team thing?
Seal podcast. They've been doing stuff. Everybody's been doing stuff. So
And we'd like to announce that this year, Stu is going to do 24 hours.
No,
yeah, right.
Aren't you, Stu?
Nope.
He's going to spread it out over 24 weeks.
Yeah.
I should have done it when I had my blood pressure monitor thing on. That'd have been fine. I was up all night pretty much anyway.
What? Why?
He had to stay up all night because he kept on waking him up. So
I had a 24-hour blood pressure monitor that went off every hour.
Okay, that doesn't sound very restful.
No, it isn't. But that's what you got to do to check your blood pressure. So, no.
What he's saying is because he kept on being awake, he might as well have done it.
I might as well have done it because I was awake anyway most of the night.
Why does this blow your mind, Eric?
I know, yeah. Suck it up.
Blown my mind.
That's how they test your blood pressure to get an average of 24 hours.
If you say so.
No, it's true. A fucking medical doctor did it.
I believe you. I just never heard of anything like that. When we have blood pressure tests in the U.S., it doesn't happen over 24 hours, waking you up every hour.
Yeah, but if it's slightly high when you go to the doctors, they have to check, and the way you do it is by testing it for 24 hours.
That's fine. I just don't understand why it has to wake you up.
Wait, because have you ever had blood pressure taken? Do you know how much that hurts your arm when it does it? It does that every hour.
Fine. Yes. Okay, fine. Yes, you're right. I just didn't think of it that way. I thought there was noise waking you up. Maybe,
well, there's that as well. It does make a buzzing.
A doctor knocks his front door like this, like.
Hey, wake up!
Wake up! Yeah.
God.
All right.
And
Chinny,
anyway, if you have
that
done in America, it costs $1 gazillion.
Yeah.
Yes.
America's
sure
awful.
does.
Yeah. Shout out to Greg for his Extra Life. I didn't watch everybody else's Extra Life.
I didn't really watch anybody. Sorry.
Well, I did.
No, I haven't.
I'm a decent human being.
What was he playing?
Well, when I watched him before I went to bed, he was playing Back for Blood.
Oh, all right, okay.
And then when I watched him when I woke up, he was playing Marvel, the Marvel game, the Avengers game, which looks pretty good.
The new one. It's meant to be all right. It's meant to be all right.
I thought it was like an MMO, and he said, no, it's just a single-player game. I was like, oh. And then at the end, he played Forza Horizon 5 because he's got an early access thing too.
Of course he has.
And he didn't put the deaf signer on, so I couldn't understand a bloody word what was going on.
I know, yeah. Otherwise, you didn't know what was going on in the story of Forza Horizon.
Yeah, I mean, thousands of people have emailed in and said, Chinny, when are you going to do it?
Exactly. When are you going to do it?
I don't know. Every weekend we've got something on, so it'll have to be
that's the trouble, man. Life's getting in the way.
It'll have to be towards Christmas if I did it.
Life is getting in the way of Extra Life.
Yeah. I need an extra life. I need an extra life just to do it.
To do Extra Life.
So, yeah, I suppose I'll do it I don't know, if people want me to do it, I guess. And I suppose it's good to raise money for people that need it, I guess.
It's always good to raise money for kids.
So, yeah, I just haven't worked out when I'm going to do it.
We will confirm when it's happening.
Yeah. But I couldn't do it this weekend because I've been working all weekend. I can't do it next weekend. I can't do it the weekend after that. So.
Great.
mad.
Might as well not even bother. Just throw it in the river.
Yeah. So I will try and sneak it in this year if I can. We'll see. But well done to Greg. I was watching Greg do his.
Nice job.
Well done, Greg. Nice
There you go.
job.
Duke.
My shout outs are to the following people. 1, Jacinta for sending us an email. 2, Derek for giving us a quiz. Thank you
Yay.
to both of you.
Derek. Derek.
3, SLH for taking care of all the stuff on our social media stuff and dealing with the weirdos like I got banned for spamming the chat.
And then I didn't even spam your Discord.
Amar for the videos and links. I can't keep up with all the things he's always sending me, but thank you because it shows that you're thinking of me and I appreciate it. Verbo Rob for the James Acaster vid. That was very funny. Thank you. Play Those Blues showed me love on the Discord for the Frankel book and gave me suggestions for a rap group and another book that I should read, which I have been meaning to read for a while, but I just, so many times. So little time, so many books. Shout out to Walter Cronkite, whose book I am finishing up right now. And shout out to the Duchess for growing awesome broccoli. We're drowning in broccoli every day. We got to be eating broccoli because there's so much of it. And she's keeps growing more and more food. I can't keep up with it, especially if I'm going to keep up. If I'm going to keep up my regular diet of combos, pretzel snacks, and mac and cheese, and ramen, and Subway, and Taco Bell.
Because broccoli is so
wants me to
unhealthy
eat
and
vegetable and
yeah,
it's not that it's unhealthy. It's that there's too much of it. I can't eat all that
broccoli.
broccoli.
It's so unhealthy and fattening for you.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So
anyway, thank you everybody who's listening and everybody who's written in. More people should write in. Send us emails and speak pipes.
Send us emails.
We love you and we love that you love us.
Stu will read anything.
I will read literally like I don't know.
As
the
we
back
can see,
of,
he'll play
He's
anything.
like Anchorman. He will just read
yeah, the back of a jar's ingredients and nutritional value. I would read that out.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's true.
It's totally true. Anything. Washing
and one more shout out.
instructions.
One more shout out.
But she's got a new hat.
There you go.
Smithers.
There you go. Perfect. And that's it, I think. Are we done?
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
If you like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net.
VGHub.net. Check it out, people.
Check it out.
We all look.
When I can't even finish one stack of papers during the podcast, that's sad, man.
That's because you've been busy.
I need to be more efficient.
We all look tired.
I know. I just did a massive yawn at the
And I had a 3-day weekend. I shouldn't be this tired, but
the show.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm grading papers.
Do you know? I love this animation. You know, the one I was all.
Oh
sat on.
yeah, the toilet.
I forget because you don't always put it on at the end.
Of course,
and I'm like,
you do love
I forget. I've not seen it for ages.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great little animation.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah.
I love the chucking of the toilet roll.
Yeah.
Is awesome.
Jamie's thing was like he wanted everybody to kind of interact in some way.
Yeah.
So that's why he had the toilet roll, and the rat comes, and so me and Duke are throwing toilet roll to each other. Then Stu, you get a little rat, and then
I get a little rat.
You peek through the door.
He opens the door while he's taking a shit.
Yeah.
While I'm taking a shit.
Yeah.
Why not?
There you are.
Why not? I do honestly think it's something we would do together.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm never planning on taking a shit while throwing things in rats.
Yeah, and we can all sit in cubicles next to each other and have a dump.
Together.
It'll be fine.
You ain't lived if you ain't dumped together.
Yeah, if you haven't heard the splash,
if you haven't heard the
you've never lived.
And on that note, we're done.
Right, I'm going to
Stu,
bed.
thanks
Ginny,
for
thanks
for posting the show instead of me.
I know, I just did it. I was off, so I was like, oh,
I keep forgetting to do it.
I know you do. I'm trying to remember myself because the week before you forgot and I forgot, and I realized on Thursday it wasn't up. I was like,
well, I
shit,
think
better do that.
The name of the show this week should be Stew the Slag.
Stew the Slag. I don't know whether that sounds right.
Don't know if we can be allowed to name them.
No, I know that's probably a bit much. I'll have a think. There'll be some other way around that. Similar sentiment, but not maybe as crap.
Easy Shag Stew.
No, I don't think that is it.
It's like,
In a
yeah.
new head.
Wow.
That's what you get if you translated it to a different language and then translated it back to English.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Fine. On that note, I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Have a good night, y'all. Have a
Holy
good week.
crap.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Chinny, I'll see you at 8 on Tuesday.
Yes. It's a
Yeah, I'll
date.
give you a shout. I'll give you a shout, and I will put some feelers out. I'll see if I can get Adam to come and play with us.
It's a date.
And Bongo, because we got Bongo as well, might come and play. And Chris Williams.
Yeah.
So I'll put some feelers out, see who we can get on.
Sounds good.
All right, mate.
Sounds good.
See you then.
Righty ho.
Bye.